Here we go, live from Breckenridge High School, home of the Cowgirls. The Cowgirls volleyball team taking on the Barnesville Trojans tonight. Both teams coming in undefeated. Welcome, everybody, to Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner, joined by Brian Watson. We'll hear from Brian in just a second. But welcome, everybody, also to the State Farm Insurance Amanda Frederick pregame show. She's got licenses in North Dakota and Minnesota. Amanda Frederick and State Farm Insurance, our pregame show sponsor here, starting out the game here. Coach Brian Watson, two teams coming in here undefeated. The Cowgirls coming in at 9-0 and Barnesville coming in at 5-0, buddy. We're in for a good one tonight.
You can't ask for anything better as far as volleyball goes. Two good teams at their level. You got Breckenridge, a 1A team, Barnesville, a 2A team. So it'll be a good test for two close rivals in any sport. Anytime you mark it on the calendar, Barnesville and Breckenridge, it's going to be something to come and watch, and I think tonight we're going to get quite a show. And
speaking of quite a show tonight, Brian, here in a high school volleyball game, we have the Breckenridge Cowgirl pep band here tonight.
Yeah, you got the pep band going. You got the student section over there. They're all dressed up. I mean, you got the Barnesville fans here. They're all dressed up. You got all the Barnesville parents over here dressed in purple. I mean, it's a classic rivalry matchup. I don't know what you want to call it, the Highway 9 matchup. I mean, like the Subway Series. I just think it's going to be a good one against two very good volleyball teams. Breckenridge is going to have to bring their A game, and Barnesville going to have to be ready to play too as well.
All right, we had a chance earlier to talk to head coach Margaret Wilson of the Cowgirls, and the host here tonight, myself, actually pushed the wrong button. So when we were done talking to Margaret, I hit the accidental clear button instead of the record button, and she had to get down to the locker room. But after this commercial break, we'll be back with more of our pregame show here, brought to you by State Farm Insurance and Amanda Frederick. She's got licenses in North Dakota and Minnesota. We'll be right back after this break, and we'll talk about what Margaret had to say right here with Brian and I right after these messages. Right.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
Thrivent and Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. Thrivent combines financial expertise with purpose-based planning to help you with where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Thrivent and Will Ulick supports all area sports teams and wishes them the best of luck.
Around here, every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up, and we want the same for our kids. To get involved, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
Bundling auto and home insurance is a great way to save money and precious time. Amanda Frederick, your State Farm agent insurance. So stop by or call Amanda Frederick.
Dating your home's interior or retail space, Three Rivers Decorating has all of the latest styles and trends. They also offer free estimates. Give them a call today, 701-642-8454.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Breckenridge High School here. The Cowgirls taking on the Trojans from Barnesville tonight. As Brian said earlier, we're going to call it the Highway 9 series. Let's just do that, huh?
There you go.
All right, I like it. Brian, again, both teams coming in here undefeated. You saw the girls on Tuesday night. I was unable to be here. I was at Big Iron and spent the week up at Big Iron. Got back here just recently and just came in tonight. You had everything set up for me, but you saw the girls on Tuesday night against Underwood. How did they look? They won 3-0.
Yeah, they look pretty good against Underwood. That's one of those games where you're playing against an opponent that maybe, I don't want to say they're not at their caliber, but you hadn't seen them in a while. You really didn't know what to expect. But you came out and you did the things that you needed to do. They had a couple of miscues in the third set. They got off just a flying start in the first two sets and able to win 25-13, I think, and 25-11 in those first two sets. But then 25-21 in the third set. And I think that's kind of some areas of concern for Coach Wilson, is that they just seem to have that letdown sometimes against certain teams, because you never know what it is. It's not like you maybe relax a little bit or you think you can coast a little bit. But I think that they're going to have to put together just some solid sets tonight. They're not going to be able to have those periods where they just kind of get out of sync. They don't get lined up right. They don't get their feet under them. Those little things. If they make those same miscues that they made against Underwood, then it might be a long night for Breckenridge. So they're just going to have to play good, clean, solid volleyball. They're not going to be able to make those little mistakes. Serve, receive, they're going to have to do a good job there. And they're going to have to play some serious defense at the net. Watching Barnesville warm up, they have some girls who can really pound it. So they're going to have to be ready at the net with defense and just be on their toes for everything that's going to come at them tonight.
Yeah, I know that, like you just said, Brian, the Cowgirls got some girls that could pound the ball too, but we were watching them in the warm-ups before we went on air, and the Trojans, they got some power behind their ball. I don't know if I'd want to stand on the defensive side either, but hopefully the Cowgirls will have that answer. All right, we talked to Margaret Wilson. I accidentally pushed the clear button instead of the save button, so it's my fault there, folks. We had a nice interview with Coach Wilson. She talked about how Abby had 16 kills and 9 digs. Cameron Kaler had 4 assists, 7 kills, and 12 digs last Tuesday night against Underwood. And then also with Riley Finkerl, have her usual 13 digs and 5 aces. So she wants that kind of output from her girls, but she also talked about Beyer and Erickson as well, too, and Undum as well.
Yeah, you're just going to have to get everything from every player that you have tonight. Finkel's going to do what she does. But the girl who played really well against Underwood was Sophie Larson. She did a good job in service and did a good job in the back row, saving some balls, getting her hands on some balls that you think were going to go out of bounds. So I just think they're just going to need everything from every player that they get. They have some players that come in and play good roles. You got Twidwell in there. Bruns played well against Underwood. And like you said, Beyer played well too. So you just, whoever gets called on tonight, you're just going to have to step in and play. It's the old model, they say next man up or next girl up. Mm-hmm. And that's just going to have to see what you can do. You'll have to play, go through your rotation, see who's playing well. And if you have somebody who's really got it going, then maybe you leave them out there on the floor a little bit longer than you expected to.
Yeah, and the girls, again, against Underwood, Coach Wilson talked about how well they played there, and Coach Watson was here Tuesday night. I was not here Tuesday night. But the girls played really well. I watched it on Three Borders Sports Network on our YouTube channel. You can go back and watch it as well. But again, Coach Wilson, Brian, and I don't think Margaret's going to get mad at me for saying this, but she was a little bit nervous herself getting ready for tonight's game here because she knows this is a big match between Barnesville and Breckenridge. It's a 2A versus 1A, and it's first conference game for Breckenridge.
Yeah, I think you, as a coach, you know what games are important. Rivalry games are always important just for bragging rights, but this is about more than bragging rights. This is a conference game. It's something that you need to get off to a good start in the conference. You don't want to fall behind everybody else. And, this is a team that you might have to see in the playoffs or whatever, see this type of team in the playoffs. So you just want to have a good battle. And as a coach, you do everything that you can to prepare your players. You feel like, you're doing all the things that you need to do to get them ready to play. But you don't get to go out in the court and actually play the match or play the game. So you just have to hope that they are ready to play. They're in the right mindset to get off to a good start and to battle through whatever happens throughout the course of the match. You can't have a little letdown here and say, oh, here we go, now we're not rolling. You just got to play through everything that happens and try not to have those letdowns and try not to let those bad runs extend.
It's just a crazy atmosphere right now here at the Cowboy and Cowgirl Gymnasium. I would say we're at least 3/4 full, Brian, if not more. And you have the drum corps over there from Breckenridge just pounding the skins over there. And what an atmosphere it is here. I mean, as a coach, Brian, it's got to get you excited.
Anytime the band starts playing, I am ready to go. I mean, that's just my cue to to get going, and I think the players enjoy it. There's something to be said for a high school atmosphere, and a lot of times you don't have it. You don't get the band here and things like that. But you just got to keep rolling with it. And like I said, this should get you pumped up. And if you're not ready to play, I don't know when you're going to be ready to play.
It is unbelievable. All right, that half of the pregame show was brought to you by Three Rivers Decorating. Pregame show for your home and office decorating needs. Stop by Three Rivers Decorating just off Dakota Avenue in downtown Wahpeton. The Three Rivers Decorating pregame show. We're about ready for our national anthem here, Brian. Again, the girls are lining up on their respective baselines, and then we will have our thriving starting lineups after that here. But again, it is at least three quarters full here in the gymnasium here.
It's just going to be a good one, Joe. I think everybody here is excited, and they just want to get this thing started. And once this thing gets going, this place is going to be rocking.
It is going to be something. It's a big crowd here. Obviously, Brian and I recognize a lot of people here from the Breckenridge side. Breckenridge is sitting off to our left, Barnesville off to our right, a lot of purple off to our right. But there is a lot of green. And then the student section is dressed, what is it, Brian? Would you say it's kind of redneck, country, plaid?
Cowboy, cowgirl, farmer. I don't know what you call it, Joe. You got a little bit of everything. You got some red, white, and blue over there, too. So, like I said, you got cheering sections all over the place. This thing's going to be rocking. It's going to be good. It's a volleyball game. It's not a basketball game.
That's right.
It's a volleyball game.
And that's what gave me goosebumps here, Brian. I was thinking it was basketball atmosphere here, playoff atmosphere. With the way the crowd has been and the band and the girls' excitement. And I think that PA announcer Art Grocka was about ready to introduce our national anthem after he introduces both teams and welcomes the Barnesville Trojans here to Cowboy and Cowgirl Gymnasium. And we will pause here and we will keep it here for our national anthem as we honor America and our military members past and present at home and abroad that provide the great things they do in our country. We appreciate everything that they do to provide the country that we have.
Under the direction of Emily Richardson.
A very nice rendition of our national anthem by the Breckenridge High School Pep Band. A great job by the kids, and what a great atmosphere again. I can't say it enough here, folks. Again, it's filling up. People are still walking in the front door, and it's just filling up here. Easily three-quarter full, Brian. It's just amazing.
Yeah, if you're going to come here, you better get here now. If not, stay on your couch and watch it on Three Border Sports Network.
There you go. Call your friends and neighbors. It's going to be another dandy here tonight.
Yeah, you're not going to get a seat here.
No. Also, you want to check out our YouTube page there and take a look at the game. And if you see the subscribe button, Brian, what do they do on that?
Yeah, just click on that subscribe button. You can also click on the bell icon, and then you'll get notifications for whenever our events go live.
All right, let's take a look now, Brian, at the Thrivent starting lineups. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose, as the Barnesville Trojans are being introduced right now. And we will introduce the starting lineups. The libero is going to be Sydney Strand. She's a 5'5" junior and wears number 3. Anna Stanford, she's a senior at 5'8". She will be an outside hitter. Another outside hitter will be Lexi Bolgreen. She's a senior at 5'8". Wearing number 6, Katie Newell. She is a senior at 5'9". She's a setter. And number 11, Emily Smith, a junior at 5'8", middle hitter. Number 13, Lauren Halverson, a senior at 5'10". And number 14, Emily Bredman, a senior at 6 foot. There's your starting lineup for the Barnesville Trojans, brought to you by Thrivent Financial. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Head coach, Megan Askegard, Assistant coaches are Taylor Carger, Macy Gilbert, and Madison Hammond. All right, let's take a look now at the starting lineups here for your Cowgirl volleyball team. And they are led off by number 1, Abby Johnson, a 5'7" junior outside hitter. Number 3 will be Lauren Byer, middle hitter at 5'9" and a senior. Number 9 will be Cameron Kaler, outside hitter, 5'10", and she is a senior. Anna Erickson gets the start. She's a middle hitter at 5'8", also a senior. Sophie Larson, a senior, 5'4", setter. Number 14, Tori Undum, a middle hitter at 5'9" and a senior as well. And the libero for the Cowgirls is 5'4", a senior, Riley Finkrell. She wears number 16. So Riley leading the way in the backside there for the Cowgirls. She does a great job back there. She broke the Diggs record here in the 5-set game against Henning, Brian. And,
broke her own record.
Broke her own record of 41. She got 49 in the match. And the usual thing, the Cowgirls tossing their little mini volleyballs up to the student section and having a great time with that. Coaches here on your Thrivent starting lineup for the Cowgirls. Margaret Wilson is the head coach, leading the 9-0 Cowgirls into tonight's game. And she is assisted by Alicia Finkrell, Missy Johnson, and Brianna Dower. So there's your starting lineups. Brought to you by Thrivent. What are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Brian, again, just an atmosphere here. And, we went through the starting lineups again. Abby Johnson, a junior, and the rest of the starters for the Cowgirls were all seniors. So a senior, junior heavy team.
Yeah, just think about it, Joe. We were not able to witness any of this last year, any of this type of atmosphere with the conditions of COVID.
That's correct.
So to be able to come back and have this, a game like this, to have fans in the stands, and some of these girls who are seniors and juniors who expected to play in a game like this last year, this is something new for them.
Yeah.
If they didn't play any varsity, some of these juniors, maybe if they didn't play any varsity, this is a big deal for them, a big night, something that, they're going to be on center stage here. And it's just something that's great to see in high school sports. Rivalry is just something that's unparalleled. And like I said, I think it's just going to be a good battle tonight between two very good teams. And I think the crowd that is here and the crowd that's watching at home on Three Borders is going to be greatly entertained.
Everybody's expecting it, Brian. And again, if you look across on Brian's camera shots, you can see the crowd on the opposite side where the student section is, and some parents on the far right side. Again, it's at least three-quarter full over there, and it's the same over here on this side here, Brian, where we are. Not too many down in front of us here, but both sides of us, to our left and to our right. It is a packed gymnasium.
We'll see if we can keep up with all the action that's going to happen. I got my hands full over here. I got my partner back tonight. At least I'll get a little relief.
Yeah, you got 3 cameras set up, man, and you handled that all yourself on Tuesday night. What a job you did.
I don't know how well I handled it, but we'll say I made it through. So it's good to have you back, partner. I tell you that.
I appreciate you being here too as well. So it's we're looking forward to it. We got a little fun announcement we're going to make a little bit later on here. We've got a new football game coming up on the 24th. We could probably talk about it right now as we're doing the substitution thing. On the 24th of September, Brian, we have a football game added to our schedule.
Yeah, we're going to be over at Weimar Lidgerwood.
How about that?
I'm looking forward to a little 9-man football. It should be fun. and it's going to be good to have the Warbirds on Three Border Sports Network.
Lexi Bolgreen back to serve, and we're ready to go with volleyball. Finkrell, she's got to go over on the third one. She does. And the set and the kill, good save there, but it just coming off the net and not able to save it is Tori Undum.
Yeah, good effort there by Finkrell. That's what she does, but it just didn't come back up in play. And like I said, Barnesville can really pound it.
And Finkrell puts that one up in the air. Sophie gets it over to Erickson. Set to the near side, little tap over the net by Stanford. Abby Johnson with the kill attempt and gets the point. And a block attempt on the other side by Halverson. Goes off her hands and out of bounds, and we're tied at 1.
Yeah, Halverson was right there. Just didn't get the good ricochet, and that one goes out of bounds, and the Cowgirls get on the scoreboard.
Abby Johnson to serve. Over on the far side. And not able to quite handle that one was Undum. And I believe that hit on the opposite side was by Halverson.
Yeah, Halverson right there again. Got a feeling she's going to be active tonight.
Yep. Halverson at 5'10", but she looks like she's 6 foot out there. Serving for Barnesville that time is Smith. That one just goes out. That'll be a point for Barnesville.
Yeah, there are those, not necessarily an unforced error, but you got to take advantage of those opportunities. And that one sails long. So a few of those against Underwood. Not going to have time for those tonight.
Smith to serve again, leading 3-1. A little bit long, went off Finkrell. Kaler saves it, went off the rafters and comes back down.
Yeah, that one went high into the ceiling. And a fast start here for the Trojans. And this is kind of what I'm talking about, Joe. We'll see if Breckenridge kind of work their way through it. And you just got to stay with it. It's a slow start, but you got to just kind of grind through it.
Set to Kaler. The kill and a block at the net, but they say in the net.
Well, you'll take that if you're going to try. If you're Breckenridge and you want to try and get going, you certainly want to go to Cameron Kaler. And just a little miscue there by the Trojans.
Yep. I don't know if it was Bredman, and that one goes out. I don't know if it was Bredman or Halverson in the net there. One of the two was in the net, but now coming in as a substitution here for Barnesville is Kenzie Scogan.
Get my score updated here.
Halverson goes out. Back to serve now for Barnesville, leading 5-2 is Kenzie Scogan, who just checked in. Over the other side to Kaler, little tap over the net, saved there by Stanford. And the Trojans can't go over the net. They're a little too close to the net for Barnesville to handle, as Bredman tried to get it up and over but didn't quite get it done. As Carsey Materi checks in now for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, just some miscue in front of the net there.
Sophie comes out.
Materi's been good behind the line.
Materi. Barnesville brings it back to this side, and the kill is up and good for Stanford.
Yeah, not a great set there, but Stanford able to put it in the right spot.
She adjusted very well, Brian. As she goes back to serve, she adjusted to the set.
Yeah, adjusted in the air.
Yep.
Just good athletic ability there.
Kaler, Materi, Finkrell's got to go over, does with the left hand. Set to this side, Bolgreen into the net, and a point for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, Bolgreen didn't get all that one. Trying to get on top of it and just kind of caught the side of her hand there.
Cameron Kaler back to serve. Kaler had 4 aces against Underwood. This side to Bolgreen. Kaler, Materi, over to Abby Johnson. Blocked at the net. And at the net for Barnesville was Katie Newell.
Yeah, Abby just didn't have her feet under. She kind of tried to get her timing. It looked like she was off a little bit. Went to jump, stopped, and then restarted again, and just didn't get a good swing at it.
Sydney Strand serves for Barnesville. Materi sets over this side to Byer, and that goes into the net. So Lauren Byer with the misfire. Materi this time sets up Abby Johnson with the kill. Saved by Strand to the near side. Bolgreen puts it down and in.
That's a good kill there by Bolgreen.
At 5'8", she got high above the net and put that one away. And it's a timeout for Coach Margaret Wilson. We'll take a timeout as well on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Barnesville Trojans out to a 9-4 lead. We'll be right back after this.
1987, Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
Well, I don't know if I've ever used this word before, Brian, in describing an atmosphere in a gymnasium, but I would say it's raucous.
It's raucous. It's electric. You find the adjective that you want.
Yeah,
it could certainly
cool.
be used tonight.
Very cool. Strand back to serve, leading 9-4. Materi sets up Johnson. She goes deep with it. Strand picks it up. This side to Bolgreen, and a stuff by Addie Twidwell.
Addie Twidwell has been playing very well the last couple games that we've done here at home. She's come in and done a nice job and able to come in and kind of spark her team right there. Let's see if they can get it going behind service line.
Hopefully Aunt Sophie's watching in South Dakota for her. Twidwell with the point. Twidwell again, block at the net by Bolgreen. Finkrell goes over the net and saved in the back by Scogan. Bolgreen tips it up and over. Johnson to Finkrell. Back to Johnson. Abby into the net. Then Abby looked a little awkward on that, B-Dub.
Yeah, the set wasn't right where she wanted it. It was more in kind of the midcourt. It wasn't up towards the net, kind of more towards the 10-foot line there, and just not able to get a nice swing and get on top of it.
Katie Newell back to serve for the Trojans. They've doubled up on the Cowgirls, 10-5. Twidwell just dumps it over the net. Stanford saves it. And back going deep, and a nice set back there for Halverson. Lauren Halverson goes deep where the Cowgirls weren't, and it's a 6-point lead.
Good heads-up play there by Halverson. A nice push all the way to the back corner. That one made it all the way back there. Cowgirls not able to recover.
Newell back to serve again. This time Materi sets up Twidwell. She goes deep, and it goes off the hands of Strand. And it's a point for the Cowgirls, so they get the service back.
Twidwell again.
Yeah, Sophie Larson checks in now for Addie Twidwell. Also checking in is Tori Undum.
Twidwell did a nice job in the short time that she was in there in that rotation.
So Sophie Larson back to serve. Cowgirls trail by 5. Kill attempt there by Barnesville, saved by Breckenridge. We got somebody in the net, and it's against Barnesville, so it's a point to the Cowgirls. So now it's a 4-point lead.
Just got to keep chipping away at it, Joe. You'll take those errors.
Sophie Larson had one ace against, I just jinxed her. She had one ace against Underwood, and that time she goes long on her serve, and now it's a point back to Barnesville, and they get the service back.
Yeah, this is a game where you can't have those service errors like that.
Lexi Bolgreen into the net. There's one of theirs unforced errors. So back
tit
to
for
the
tat there.
Cowgirls side it goes.
Cowgirls will take that.
Yep. As Abby Johnson goes back to serve, she had 2 aces in the Underwood match. Abby, a junior for the Cowgirls, gets her service over. Bolgreen tips it, goes into the net. No, not into the net, up into the rafters, and unable to save it, and it's a point for the Cowgirls.
See if Abby can get rolling here. There's been times where she can stretch out her service for a long time.
3-point lead. Oh,
a little careless there.
She let up on it. She wanted to just put it over the tape, and she. Smith to serve. Sophie sets up Kaler. Little tap over the net. Set to this side by Stanford, and somebody into the net. And again, looks like it was Stanford into the net. It'll be a point for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, they got Stanford there.
So Byer checks in now. Back to serve is Anna Eriksson. Kill attempt. Ooh, that was in. And I believe on that kill there was Bredman. Checking in for for the Trojans is Skogan, and she goes back to serve. What a nice ace there. That was a beauty.
Nice serve. Well done there.
So Skogan with the ace. Nobody with 2 aces yet. Sophie sets up a backward set to Undum.
Undum had a good chance there.
Bolgreen with the hard kill. Finkel picks it up. This time to Kaler. Bolgreen, nice save. Kaler back at the net. What a serve there, or what a volley there. Uh-oh. Johnson goes over on the third, and a diving attempt. Oh my goodness, what a volley that was.
That was a nice volley there.
I just wanted to watch. I didn't even want to talk to her now.
Cowgirls got away with one there. It was a great dig down there by Bolgreen.
Man,
Cowgirls able to keep that thing going. Nice defense on both sides, and Cowgirls able to outlast on that one.
Materi and Twidwell back in. Nice serve by Carsey, gets the point.
See if the Cowgirls can use some of this momentum here to get back in this thing.
Carsey had 2 aces and 13 assists and 14 digs against Underwood. And here comes Carsey. Set to Bredman. And that one goes in. Bredman with the kill.
Bredman doing a nice job. Nice line drive there, finding the back corner. Both of these teams are very skilled on offense, Joe.
Back to serve. Stanford for Barnesville. They go deep to Finkel. Comes Bolgreen. She tips it way back to Abby Johnson. Set to Kaler. Gets it in for the point off of Bolgreen's hands. And a point for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, you'll try and go to Kaler as often as you can. In her spot there on the outside.
Cameron Kaler, the 5'10 senior outside hitter for the Cowgirls, back to serve. Set to Bredman. Finkel digs. Set to Johnson, a little too close to the net. And Byer couldn't quite handle it. Came over right away.
Yeah, just an error on the set there, Joe.
Yep, and a nice tap over the net there by Katie Newell. And we got another
just a
timeout.
missed opportunity there.
So Coach Margaret Wilson wants to talk to her girls here before this one gets too far away. It's 18-13 on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. And we'll be right back after this. Or residential electric service, call Scott's Electric at 642-9244. Licensed and bonded in North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota, offering 24-hour electrical service. Check out Scott's Electric website at www.scottselectric.net. Scott's Electric. Welcome back, everybody, to set number 1. The Trojans lead the Cowgirls 18-13. Set number 1 brought to you by OSPTI with locations in Fergus Falls, Hankinson, and, of course, here in Breckenridge. For all your sports-related injuries, stop and see the professionals at OSPTI right here in Breckenridge, Fergus Falls, and Hankinson. Set number 1 brought to you by OSPTI. Back to serve for Barnesville. Sydney Strand. This side to Bolgreen. Johnson picks it up. Materi back to Johnson. Strand, the set in the middle to Smith. Johnson with the kill. Partially blocked at the net. Bolgreen with the kill, partially blocked by Twidwell. Byer with the kill. Again, another long volley here. Twidwell at the net with Byer.
Good save by Finkel there. Cameron Kaler from the back row.
Third hit comes over Here's a chance for the girls. Goes out.
Yeah, just missed it there. Byer had a chance with the quick set, and that one just sailed long.
So it's 19-13 in favor of the Trojans. Strand back to serve again. Off the basketball backboard and out of bounds.
Good serve there by Strand.
She got the ace. Something must be wrong with the scoreboard, Brian, because they're not recording aces on the scoreboard for us. So Strand back to serve with a 7-point lead. Johnson, Materi back to Johnson. Picked up by Strand in the back, set in the front. And that is a good kill there for Emily Smith at the net.
Yeah, great set, great swing there by Smith. Cowgirls there to defend, but that was hit perfectly.
Strand now a 21-13 lead. Abby Johnson with the kill. Good save on this side by Stanford. Bolgreen a little off balance on her attempted kill. Johnson too deep.
Yeah, they're getting good swings. You just got to put them in. You got to find the court.
22-13. Sydney Strand, a junior, 5'5" for Barnesville. Terry sets the Byer, blocked the net there by Bolgreen. Terry back set to Twidwell. Going over with the kill. On the second hit was Katie Newell. Puts it over on the second hit, Brian.
Yeah, good job there by Newell. Good heads-up play. Finkro usually, if she can get her hand on it, she can send it back, but there was too much heat on that one.
And the Trojans 2 points away from winning set number 1. Kaler with the kill. Picked up there by Scogan. Abby Johnson. Set. Again, block attempt at the net there by Byer and Twidwell. Bolgreen blocked, but it falls in, and the Cowgirls are 1 point away from losing first set.
Yeah, in the right spot there for Twidwell. Just a little too much power, and that one bounces on their side, on the Cowgirl side, right down the line. Another point, and 1 point away here for the Trojans.
Trojan fans on their feet. Johnson. Kill picked up on the far side by Scogan. Twidwell. Again picked up by Stanford. Byer with the block at the net. Bolgreen puts it back on the Cowgirls side. And it is a 25-13 victory here in set number 1 for Barnesville Trojans over the Breckenridge Cowgirls here, brought to you by OSPTI. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have set number 2 coming up right here on Three Borders Sports Network, coming up next. Richland IFC works closely with their producers to utilize superior cropping and processing systems that yield products and ingredients of the highest quality and integrity. Richland IFC is dedicated to working with their growers through relationships based on longevity and mutual benefits for all parties involved. Richland IFC and its producers utilize superior cropping and processing systems that yield products and ingredients of the highest quality and integrity for food manufacturers. Richland IFC proudly supports all local sports teams.
Superior Builders in Breckenridge specializes in post-frame buildings with 25 years worth of knowledge and experience in the post-frame industry. Licensed and insured, Superior Builders offers pre-engineered commercial buildings, farm shops, hobby buildings, and storage buildings. Superior Builders also offers a 40-year paint warranty and lifetime column warranty. Superior Builders in Breckenridge, building your dream to last. 701-238-7740. That's 701-238-7740.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/connected.
Scott's Electric in Wahpeton is a proud supporter of high school athletics. If you're in need of commercial, industrial, agricultural, or residential electric service, call Scott's Electric at 642-9244. Licensed and bonded in North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota, offering 24-hour electrical service. Check out Scott's Electric website at www.scottselectric.net. Scott's Electric. Welcome back to Cowgirl Gymnasium, Three Borders Sports Network. I'm Joe Schreiner. Brian Watson here, running all the technical stuff, making me have an easy job here tonight. Brian, thanks for doing what you do.
Doing the best I can, Joe.
You are doing very good. Set number 2 brought to you by Scott's Electric right here in Wahpeton. They've got all your electricians that you need for any of your electrical needs. Call Scott's Electric right here in Wahpeton. Bringing you set number 2. Brian, we also want to thank Red River Communications. If you have Red River Communications cable, you are also watching us, or you are able to watch us on Channel 3. We are proud to be partners with Red River Communications, and you can catch all of our events that we do on Channel 3 if you have Red River Communications. If not, I know in Northwest Wahpeton, we're getting it here now any day, and we're looking forward to it here in Northwest Wahpeton. Breckenridge will be getting it soon.
Get all the valley powered by Red River Communications.
And they're going to help us bring the Wyndmere game, too, as well. So they're going to talk to Matt, and Matt Eland's going to get us the broadcast set up out in Wyndmere. We're happy to go out and do Warbird football as they take on Lemoore out there.
Big, good football game.
All right, here we go. Set number 2, Carsey Materi wearing number 2 to serve. Again, kill attempt at the net by Smith, but the Cowgirls hand it block at the net. And that was right down here, right in front of us here. Halverson and Smith getting up in the air, Brian.
Yeah, Halverson's a bit of a problem right now. That front row, Barnesville's got good size. And Halverson getting it done here early.
Back to serve for Barnesville is Smith. Kill attempt at the net by Erickson. Blocked by Barnesville. Johnson, and not able to handle it in the back row. Good spot from Abby Johnson. Emily Smith couldn't handle it as that one went deep into the corner.
Yeah, Abby able to get some power behind that one. And that one sails wide.
So the Cowgirls trail here in sets. They lost the first set, and the ace there for Abby Johnson. And they're ahead here in set number 2, 2-1. Lost the first set, 25-13 if you're just joining us.
Yeah, you're going to have to try and get off to a fast start. To get off to a bit of a slow start in the first set. Try and get it going here with Abby.
Abby's second serve. And that one didn't quite make the net. It was outside the pylon on the far side, and the Cowgirls go up 3-1.
Yeah, Cowgirls doing a good job so far with their service, keeping Barnesville off balance.
Stanford couldn't quite handle that one on the far side. Abby Johnson to serve again. That one's into the net. So a couple of miscues for Abby here on her serves.
Yeah, she really tried to line drive that one. And too far on top of that one and sails into the net.
It's 3-2 in favor of the Cowgirls, and back to serve for the Trojans is Scogan. Finkrell picks it up. Kaler with the kill is in.
That one found the line over there.
Yeah, Bolgreen thought it was going to go out, and it was right in front of the side judge, and it was ruled in. And Bolgreen did not argue.
Cowgirls going to need more of that from Cameron Kaler.
Back to serve is Erickson. And she gets the ace. Strand could not handle that one.
Great serve there by Erickson. Anna's been serving it well and did a good job there.
5-2 lead now for the Cowgirls. They're coming back here. Again, falling in set 1. Undham. This time to Kaler, has to go over with the bump. Back serve, and a good kill there by Bredman.
Yeah, miscue there by the Cowgirls, and that gave Barnesville a free one. I don't think you can give Barnesville too many free ones. They'll put them away.
Back to serve for Barnesville. Stanford. Finkrell's got to go up in the air a little bit to get that one. Kaler with a kill and the point. Cameron Kaler puts that one away for the Cowgirls.
Like I said, Joe, if you're the Cowgirls, you want to go to Cameron Kaler whenever you can. Whenever she's in position, you want to try and find her.
Sophie Larson checks in. Sorry, Brian.
No, they do a good job of finding her there on the outside.
Addie Twidwell checks in. And they did find Kaler on the outside.
See if Twidwell can continue her good play.
Sophie Larson serves. That one's into the net and unable to handle it at the net. For Barnesville is Katie Newell. So again, an ace there for Sophie, Brian.
That's a good serve by Sophie. That's what she's been doing as of late.
She had 7 aces in one of the Henning sets. Redmond, kill and out. Abby almost touched it, but did not.
Yeah, good attempt there by Barnesville. That one just sails wide. Fortunate there for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, Abby was it was hammered past Abby, and she didn't get her arm up in time, luckily not to touch it. Finkrell bumps to Kaler. She's got to get it over. Free set.
One.
Yep. Redmond out.
Take advantage of that. They got away with one there.
9-3 in favor of the Cowgirls. Redmond thought that was in, and a timeout by Coach Askegard as the Cowgirls lead on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard 9-3. And we'll be right back after this 30-second break.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
Back here at Cowgirl Gymnasium, 9-3 lead here for the Cowgirls as they fall in set number 1, but Brian, they lead in set number 2.
Yeah, off to a good start here in set number 2. Sophie Larson doing a good job behind the line. Let's see if she can continue it. Barnesville took the timeout. Let's see if that settles them down a little bit here in the second set.
That was Emily DeVries on that first commercial. That's pretty cool.
Kind of proud of that commercial
former
there.
Lady Husky. One of Brian's former players. Bolgreen just puts it over the net. Kaler picks it up. Set to Kaler. She taps it over. And a good save there by Newell. Sophie. Nice set to Byer. Uh-oh, and we got a whistle.
Got a carry there, a lift there by Barnesville.
Okay. So now it's a 10-3 lead for the Cowgirls. Similar to what happened against Henning. It was a closer set 1 against Henning when the Cowgirls lost, Brian. But the Cowgirls came back in set number 2. Hits the tape on the serve by Sophie over to Bolgreen. She puts it into the net. Point for the Cowgirls. 8-point lead.
Yeah, Cowgirls kind of got it rolling here. Barnesville's got to settle down. They just look a little bit unsettled right now. They don't look like the same team that started that first set.
Sophie back to serve with an 8-point lead. She's on a run. Set to the far side. Bolgreen with the kill. Johnson picks it up. Saved by Kaler, and Finkrell goes over. Set to the Bredman. And it goes off the block of Kaler. And it'll stay on the Cowgirl side, a point. And the serve goes back to Barnesville.
Yeah, Kaler and Byer are both there, but just not in good enough position to send that one back. Right there to get their hands on it, but couldn't send it back to the good side.
Strand to serve for Barnesville. Johnson picks it up. Sophie sets to Twidwell. And getting up high on the net for Barnesville with the stuff was Katie Newell and I believe Emily Smith.
Yeah, great defense there by Barnesville. Right there at the net.
Strand serves. Finkrell picks it up. Set to Kaler. Good save by Barnesville. Nice play. Getting it over the net for Barnesville was Newell. Twidwell tried to put it back. Bolgreen with the misfire. And the point goes back to the Cowgirls.
Yeah, Bolgreen tried to attack that one, tried to get a kill out of it. Probably should have just sent it over as free.
12-5 lead for the Cowgirls. Kaler with the serve. At the net. Goes back. Or was it too close to the net there for Katie Newell, Brian? And she did all she could just to try and keep the ball alive, but she tapped it where nobody was.
Yeah, Barnesville just looks like a totally different team here in the second set, just totally out of sync.
A 13-5 lead for the Cowgirls as Kaler serves. And that one is misfired and it goes out. Point for the Cowgirls.
Good serve there by Kaler. That one had a little something behind it.
A little something, something. Kaler with 3 kills. And Coach Askegard wants to take another timeout and talk about this one. We'll take a timeout as well on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Cowgirls with a 9-point lead 14-5. Back after this.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack for quality. Giants works directly with farmers to ensure you're receiving the best Giant seeds in every bag. From planting to harvest, they ensure the quality and attention sunflowers deserve to deliver the best taste possible. Giants cashews and pistachios continue our tradition of making the finest nut available. They're a fan favorite. Whether you're in the mood for dill pickle, sour cream and onion, or bacon ranch, we have the flavors to satisfy your cravings. Giant Snacks, where quality still matters. That's the Giants difference.
Welcome back to Cowgirl Gymnasium here. The Cowgirls off to a 14-5 lead. We also want to thank Gripper Sports. Gripper Sports, downtown Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton. We got all your favorite teams' sports apparel. We also got that vinyl print cutter. Kaler with the serve. Bullgreen's got to go over with the bump. Sophie sets. Byer can't go over. Byer got a little bit too close to the net, off balance, and couldn't make it for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, just out of sync there for the Cowgirls that time.
Just
miscommunication. You had 3 girls there. No one's, being decisive and taking the ball. Just kind of everybody looking at each other, and that cost them a point.
Katie Newell with the jump serve. Finkrell. Sophie to Byer. Up into the rafters, comes right straight back down. Over the net goes Halverson. There's Byer with a little tap. Bullgreen. Abby. Nice by Twidwell. And they go back at it again, Twidwell and Bullgreen. Kaler goes deep, picked up by Stanford. Halverson. And that one goes down by Smith.
Yeah, the dig out of there by Finkrell, just right on top of the net. And Smith able to take advantage of it.
Man, we're seeing some good volleyball here tonight, Brian. 14-7 lead for the Cowgirls. That one into the net, point back to the Cowgirls, and they'll get the serve. Anna Erickson checks in for Byer. Back to serve for the Cowgirls, Riley Finkrell. That one goes deep, Riley with the ace. Too hot to handle for Stanford.
Yeah, Riley can do some good things behind the service line. See if she can get things going.
So now the Cowgirls have doubled up Barnesville and lead 16-7. Up into the rafters again it goes. Third hit's got to go over. Sophie, second attempt, sets up Johnson, but she had to bump it over. And there's a kill and a point for Smith.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that one. They look good there. If Barnesville gets a chance to get a solid set, it's trouble.
Bullgreen back to serve. Kaler, Sophie to Twidwell. Nice save by Strand. Abby Johnson with the kill. Smith with the save. Sophie sets. Kill is good. Erickson with the point. Anna Erickson. Good set from Sophie, Brian.
Yeah, nice set right there in front of the net. Anna doing a good job of putting that one away. Barnesville made a good return. That thing came off the ceiling, and they were able to keep it in play, but the Cowgirls able to take advantage of it.
Materi in to serve. Undum also checked in for the Cowgirls. Set. Little tap over the net there by Stanford. Finkrell goes over. Set the Bullgreen deep. Materi back set to Undum, and that's going to go in for the point. Tori Undum with the point for the Cowgirls. and they lead by 10.
Good heads-up play by Torrey there. Coming right into the net, not able to put it away, and found the sideline. Good little tap for the score.
Materi with the serve. Strand with the save. And that one's way deep. Too far out by Smith. So just opposite looking set here for the Cowgirls in Barnesville, Brian. Materi into the net.
Yeah, Cowgirls bouncing back nicely here in this set. Got to try and finish it out, though.
Yeah, not what Coach Wilson wanted to see from Carsey Materi on that serve. As Emily Smith goes back to serve now for Barnesville, trailing by 10. Johnson puts it over on the second. Halverson. Materi sets up Johnson. The kill and the point for Abby.
That ball placed perfectly on the kill there. Not able to really get in front of it to send it back. And that one goes net wide there, and Abby will take the point.
Abby Johnson back to serve. 20-9. Oh, and a good save by Abby.
Heck of a dig there.
Wow.
Holy.
Bull Green set. And a nice kill there by Bredman. Undum and Erickson were at the net, but it went on to the Cowgirl side.
Yeah, just a little too much room there.
20-10 lead here. Going back to serve is Scogan for the Trojans. Kaler with the kill and the point. Cameron Kaler puts it away.
Yeah, you give her any time to wind up, and she is just going to let her fly, and she sent that one home in a hurry.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the other end of that.
I'm getting out of the way of that.
Yeah, I am too. I'm bailing. That's 4 kills for Cameron. And that one's going to be an ace. So an ace for Anna Erickson. And the Cowgirls 3 points away from winning set number 2, Brian.
Yeah, try and finish this thing off and then see if you can keep it going.
Strand pulls it out. Bredman with the kill and the block at the net. Who else? Cameron Kaler and Lauren Byer.
Cameron Kaler and Byer just right there in the right spot. Able to send that one back. 2 away now.
23-10. Erickson serves over the net. Bullgreen picks it up. Set over to the other side. And it's blocked and goes off the hands. And a kill attempt there by Stanford as it went off the hands of the Cowgirls, and a point for the Trojans, who trail by 12.
Got to find 2 more in here somewhere.
Stanford back to serve. Finkrell. Materi to Undum. Good save there on this side by Scogan. Materi to Kaler. And she gets the point. And another kill for Cameron Kaler. Put her on the board with 5.
That's her spot, Joe.
Yeah,
that
she
is
likes
her
that
spot. That
yep.
left side there.
Yep.
She will send it home.
So one of the top servers for the Cowgirls is Sophie Larson. She checks in with Addie Twidwell, and the Cowgirls need 1. Set point for the Cowgirls, Sophie Larson. And that should do it. It does. Sophie Larson with another ace. And set number 2. The Scots Electric set number 2 goes to the Cowgirls as they defeat the Barnesville Trojans 25-11. And we're going to see at least 2 more sets, Brian. I'm looking forward to it.
That's kind of what we expected, Joe.
Yep. So back and forth we're going. It's tied at 1, and we're going to set number 3 coming up after this break. We'll be right back here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Around here, every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up, and we want the same for our kids. To get involved, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, drying, cleaning, and marketing your grain to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain has been saving farmers for years, rewarding them with reasonable prices on purchases and fair deals when they sell. Talk to Kelly or Brad about the many services they offer. Red River Grain in Breckenridge. Call 643-3738.
The Blazer Express in Breckenridge is the only stop you'll need to make for game night. If you're on your way to the game or staying in and watching the live stream, the Blazer has what you'll need. From hot stuffed pizza and snacks to Caribou coffee, the Blazer is the only stop you'll need to make. That's the Blazer Express, Highway 75 North in Breckenridge. Proud to support local athletics.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
Going to NESCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
1987, Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
We are back at Cowgirl Gymnasium for set number 3. We're tied at 1. Cowgirls won set number 2, 25-11. Set number 3 will be brought to you by Superior Builders. Superior Builders, building a great foundation for the game. Superior Builders. Give them a call for any of your building needs. Want to thank all of our sponsors here as the referees are getting the final adjustments made here with the lineups. Again, what an atmosphere here in Cowgirl Gymnasium tonight. Want to thank Chad Affield watching tonight. Thank you, buddy. Sounds great. Jeannie's looking on. She says, sounds great, guys. Looks good. Karen Kappas and Carly are watching. They're watching it on Red River Communications, Brian, on
Awesome.
Channel 3. So
we love
awesome.
that.
Thank you, Karen, for saying that. We appreciate it. All right, here we go. Set number 3. Bullgreen back to serve as we are tied at 1. Again, Brian, you mentioned the quick start by the Cowgirls, how it was to get off to that quick start and how important it would be to do in set number 3 as well. Kill and the point. And Cowgirls were in the net as well, so it'll be a point for the Trojans.
Yeah, you're going to try and have to get off to a good start here and just kind of keep the momentum on your side. You're on your home court, and anytime you can keep that momentum going, you need to use it for fuel.
Again, Bullgreen back to serve. Materi sets to Johnson with the block at the net by Stanford. Kaler's got to just tap it over to the net. And that one's a little bit too hot to handle for the Cowgirls as Smith puts it away for the point. And it's a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, you got to be careful with how many free ones you give Barnesville.
Yeah, can't set it up for them too often.
Yeah, they're too good of a team to give a lot of free balls, so they'll just take advantage of it. You got to try and keep them on their heels as much as you can.
Kaler, Materi, Erickson. Nice! Up into the rafters. Tried to save it was Bullgreen. And the point on the kill goes to Erickson.
And that's what I'm talking about right there, Joe. Don't give them those free opportunities. Put something on it and see if you can get something good out of it. And they certainly got something good out of that one.
Anna Erickson with her second kill. Abby Johnson back to serve. Bullgreen bumps it to Stanford. She's got to go over on the third hit. So a free one here, as Brian says. Kaler with the kill. Give her 6. Put it on the board for one more.
And she is just so tough in that front row. Good set there. Good defenders there. Good position by Barnesville, but just a little bit too far away, and that one falls for the point.
Abby Johnson with a soft serve and just digging that one out with Stanford. And there's a kill on the far side by Halverson as she's back in the game and puts it away for Barnesville.
Yeah, as much as we talk about Cameron Kaler on the Breckenridge side, Halverson on the Barnesville side is just as good, Joe.
Yep. Her and Bolgreen at the net. Materi back set to Erickson. Smith saves it. Now to Bolgreen. Deep spike. Materi bump. Kaler. Bredman with the kill, goes out. And it's a point back to the Cowgirls, and we're tied at 3.
Yeah, maybe this one's going to be a little bit of a nail-biter, Joe.
Oofty. I don't know if I can handle that. Erickson back to serve. Tied at 3. Deep. Bolgreen does well to pick it up. Set to Bredman and the kill. And not much Abby Johnson could do with that one, Brian, is Emily Bredman put that one away in a hurry.
Yeah, both teams, if there's something that's set perfectly at the net, you better look out.
Scogan back to serve as she checks in. Materi sets to Kaler. Strand picks it up. Got to go over this time, and it's going to go way deep there, and that set there by Katie Newell went way over, and it's out of bounds, and we're tied back at 4.
Both teams seem to like settle down now, and now they're just kind of going back and forth.
Sophie Larson checks in again with Addie Twidwell. Sophie back to serve. Sophie with a couple of aces in tonight's game. Newell sets up Stanford on the near side. Easy one here for the Cowgirls and Finkrell to handle. Kaler up into the rafters, back down, and Barnesville handles it well. Stanford's got to go over. Finkrell set. Twidwell, nice save by Finkrell. Kaler. Bolgreen handles it. Back to Stanford. Abby Johnson sets it to Sophie. Sophie to Kaler. And a block at the net, and nobody there. Bredman and Newell at the net for Barnesville.
Yeah, Bredman read that one perfectly and got in the right position and sent that one back from Cameron Kaler. It doesn't happen very often, but Bredman doing a good job at the net.
Back to serve for Barnesville was Stanford. Twidwell. There's Bredman again. Sophie bumps it, but it goes out of bounds. Another kill for Bredman. Give her 5.
Bredman's starting to get it rolling now.
Yep, she's got 5 kills. Sophie this time sets up Finkrell. Bredman again, Brian.
She's starting to find her groove, Joe. That's what I was talking about, earlier. If you have somebody who has it going, and Bredman's got it going right now, and Barnesville doing a good job of finding the hot hand, and Bredman kind of carrying the team here in the third set.
So Coach Wilson wants to talk about this one, Brian. She's only down by 3 this time here in set number 3. What's she telling the girls? We're still in this, right?
Yeah, I mean, just to settle down. We're off to a good start. We got to get things going a little bit better on our offensive side.
Right.
And just kind of clean it up a little bit. You really just taking the time out to kind of break the momentum a little bit. We talked about having the momentum and let it go. And the momentum is definitely in Barnesville's favor there. So certainly a good time out there by Coach Wilson. Kind of break that momentum, see if you can regroup and refocus and get things going back your way.
Yep, so the Cowgirls are back out of the huddle already here with still 17 seconds to go. Just settle the girls down a little bit here. I want to say hi to Christy Green. She's watching as well. Thanks, Christy.
So we'll see here now after the timeout if Breckenridge can kind of break this streak that the Trojans have going.
All right, so we're back to go now. Set number 3. Trojans lead 7-4. Back to serve is going to be Anna Stanford. And not able to handle that one. Finkel bumps it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's not the way you want to come out of that timeout.
No, that's not what Coach Wilson wanted to see out of that one.
It's a good serve there by Stanford.
Set to Abby Johnson. Bolgreen. Finkrell saves it. Sophie sets it. Twidwell goes over. There's Bredman, but she had to just tap it over. That one's at the net. That's handled twice at the net there, and it'll be a point for the Cowgirls. And they're going to try to start this one all over as Kaler goes back to serve.
Yeah, Cowgirls got away with one there. Tried a little back set there, and they just weren't in position. You had two girls there and just not ready for it. And still able to come away with that point.
Kaler serves. Scogan to Bredman. That one's way too hard and goes out.
Sideline's going to ask him for a tip there. And Cowgirls trying to send it back, but officials say no, you keep it.
Great student crowd here on, student body on hand here for this game. I don't blame them. It's a fun one to watch. Bolgreen just taps it over the net, tries to find an open spot. Johnson saves it. Finkel's got to go over. Bredman again with a tap. And I think it was out of bounds. No, it was in.
Yeah, nice play there by Bredman again.
Wow. That's frustrating when you go up in the net and that little...
Well, Bredman just placed that one just perfect.
Placed just perfectly. There wasn't much you could do. Strand back to serve. Finkel to Sophie. Back sets to Byer. Scogan saves it. Stanford. Finkel saves. Sophie sets. Johnson kills. Again, good save by Barnesville. There's a block at the net by Twidwell. Smith and it was a lucky one there for the Cowgirls. And that one's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds as Stanford puts it away.
Yeah, they got away with one there.
Yeah, that's what I was going to come back to, Brian. Go ahead.
Yeah, that ball was going to be out of bounds. And I don't remember who ended up saving that one.
That
ball was clearly out of bounds.
Yep, Stanford went back and got that one. Johnson with the kill. That one's going to be a point for the Cowgirls. Barnesville almost saved it there. Diving after that one was Katie Newell. She couldn't handle it on the far side, and it's a point to the Cowgirls, trailing by 3.
Yeah, good swing there by Abby Johnson.
Finkel to serve. Oh my goodness. With that kill was Emily Smith, and there was a no doubt on that one.
Yeah, I don't know what you do about that. A little quick back set, and Smith just hammered it home. That's what we saw in warm-up, Joe.
Yeah.
And she really put that one away. It's well-executed play there.
Lauren Halverson, the 5'10 senior for the Barnesville Trojans, checks in. Newell to serve. Sophie back sets to Twidwell into the net. Misfire by the Cowgirls.
Yeah, now Cowgirls starting to break down a little bit. Still got to stay with it. Don't let them stretch it out too much.
Again, Newell to serve. Kaler, Larson. Got to go over Anna Erickson. That one's into the net. Good handle by Newell. Third one over is Halverson. Sophie sets to Abby. Tries to find the near side, doesn't get it. Good save by Strand. Little tap over the net by Erickson. Bolgreen saved by Finkel. Johnson with the kill. That one goes in off the hands of Newell. Abby Johnson and the Cowgirls fighting back, trail by 4.
Nice long volley there.
Wow.
Officials speaking to the coaching staff here on the Barnesville side.
We got a substitution here as Materi checks in for Twidwell.
I think there was someone from the sideline calling for a net violation during that last volley.
Also, Undham checks in for the Cowgirls. Oop, and I just bumped your camera there, Brian. Sorry about that. I think I pulled the cord is what I did. You all right there? Materi serves for the Cowgirls, and over the net, Stanford. Materi sets this time to Undham. And look out, and there goes Smith. The Cowgirls save it. Johnson with the spike, and blocked at the net. And a point for the Cowgirls from Emily Smith's block, and Halverson was there as well.
Yeah, good defense there. Trojans doing a good job at the net.
Bolgreen back to serve for the Trojans, leading by 5, 13-8. Materi sets over to the other side to Erickson. Just a little bit too close to the net for Anna to do anything with it. And Smith was right there to put it away.
Talking about good defense. There it is, Joe. They were both ready for that one.
Yep.
Smith just doing a great job at the net.
All right, we'll take a break on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. Barnesville Trojans 14, Breckenridge Cowgirls 8. We'll be right back in 30 seconds right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
The Wahpeton Daily News wishes all area sports teams the best of luck this year. The Wahpeton Daily News thanks you for supporting local journalism, including the Daily News and the News Monitor. Keep up with local news, sports stories, and personal interest stories in our papers. Check out www.wahpetondailynews.com for more information about our e-newsletter right at your own computer. The Daily News supports all area sports teams and wishes all of the teams the best of luck this season.
Welcome back to Cowgirl Gymnasium. Joe Schreiner, Brian Watson, Three Borders Sports Network. The Trojans lead the Cowgirls 14-8. Hey, Chase and Bailey Juleson watching in Fargo. So we appreciate them tuning in and watching. Bailey is the sister of head coach Margaret Wilson.
There we go.
So thanks for tuning in, Bailey and Chase.
A little sibling support.
Materi sets up Johnson. Was it in? Was it in? Yes, it was. And a point for the Cowgirls. Johnson barely got that one in on the far side, Brian.
Looked like a C&I single there, Joe.
C&I single.
Right on the line.
Abby Johnson goes back to serve, trailing by 5 in set number 3. We're tied at 1 in sets. Oh, my goodness, that was tough for Abby Johnson to handle. Smith hammered that one home for Barnesville.
Yeah, Smith, Bredman, Halverson,
Bowlgreen.
They just, anything in front there, you better look out.
And Smith goes back to serve, leading by 6, 15-9. Materi sets to Erickson. She just taps it over, picked up by Bowlgreen. Now to the near side, Stanford. And Erickson and Undum at the net, but it just falls down right in front of them. Their hands were there, but it didn't quite get up.
Yeah, just a little bit too far away there, Joe. In the right position, with too much room between them and the net.
So it's a 16-9 lead. Smith back to serve. Finkrell to Kaler, and she puts it away.
Yeah, he hadn't called her name for a while. She got another opportunity there.
You said it earlier, Brian. They got to look for her over on that side, and that's where she was, on that side over there, and she gets the point and the kill, and that's number 7.
Yeah, just as much as you can. You got to try and find her. See if you can work her into your offense as much as possible.
Erickson serves. Oof. That one goes out. There's some looks on some people's faces there. They thought they might have tapped it from the Cowgirls on the block, but it did not, and it went wide on that kill attempt by Smith, and it'll be a point for the Cowgirls. Erickson serves. Stanford, back to Stanford. Taps it over the net and finds an empty spot. Abby Johnson dives for it, but didn't get it.
Yeah, that ball was placed in the right spot, and Abby Johnson doing a good job trying to lay out for it, but really nothing that she could do with it.
Scogan checks in. Finkrell checks in. 17-11, 6-point lead for the Trojans. Scogan to serve. And that one's out. Unforced error. So it's still just a 5-point game yet, Brian, or 5-point set yet, Brian, and it's still anybody's set.
Cowgirls just got to keep chipping away at it. Got to get something out of your service here.
Sophie Larson checks in. She's got 2 aces. She does a good job of getting the ball over the net. Bowlgreen from deep. Right in front of Abby. She gets it up. Kaler with the kill. And it was a block attempt at the net. But it goes out of bounds, and it's a Cowgirl point. Smith and Stanford.
Yeah, you just got to know that they're there and see if you can try and tap it by. Just too good at the net there in defense is Barnesville right now.
Stanford back to serve. 5-point lead for Barnesville. Cowgirls looking to stop. Twidwell gets it over, and a good save there by Bowlgreen. Strand puts it over. Byer puts it into the net.
Yeah, a good set there, but Byer just a little bit off balance and too far under the ball.
Yep, I was going to say she was a little bit ahead of the ball, yep. Sophie this time sets up Kaler. Good save by Strand on Barnesville's side. Bolgreen taps it over. Sophie goes way deep, picked up by Scogan. The other side, and a good block at the net that time by Byer. Sophie sets up Byer. There she got it. At the net was Bolgreen and Bredman, and it went off of them, and it falls on the Barnesville side, and it's a point to the Cowgirls. They trail by 5 now.
Went right back to Byer there. Same play. That time she executed it well.
Cameron Kaler back to serve. Ooh, and it just didn't. I thought it was going to get over the net. I thought it was going to hit the tape, Brian.
Yeah,
unforced error, not what Coach Wilson wanted.
Yeah,
there
wrong
either.
time for that one.
20-14, 6-point lead. Strand back to serve. Sophie back sets to Byer and just out. Oh, they say it was
that
in.
One in. They call that one in.
Oofty. Erickson checks in. That was a close one.
That one was pretty close, and
must have hit the line.
Barnesville going to try and play through a little adversity here.
5-point lead for Barnesville. Set to Bolgreen. Block at the net. Twidwell. And now they're in the net. As I believe getting into the net was Katie Newell.
Yeah, she knew it too. She looked at the official, said, yeah, I was there.
She knew it. It's a 4-point lead, and we got a timeout for Barnesville, Brian. And now Coach Askegard wants to talk about it with her girls here and settle them down a little bit with a 4-point lead here in set number 3. We'll take a break, and we'll be back in 30 seconds right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Bruder's Butcher, Highway 75 North Breckenridge, believes in community, customer service, and the goodness of meat. Bruder's Butcher provides quality raised and butchered beef at an affordable price. From raising cattle born on family farms to butchering and preparing the meat for your dinner table, they are that dedicated. Stop into their store located Highway 75 North Breckenridge or check them out online, brudersbutcher.com.
And the student section cheering on the Cowgirls here. Again, what an atmosphere, Brian.
Yeah, they are trying to get the girls going here. They are turning up the heat, trying to give them everything they have. Both sides of the gymnasium got it going. And see if that can help out Riley Finkel here as she serves for the Cowgirls.
Welcome back to set number 3, brought to you by Superior Builders. And a kill attempt at the net. Johnson was there with Erickson and just couldn't quite get it back over the net there on that kill by Smith.
Just call that name again, Smith.
Yep. It seems like Barnesville's been running in streaks. It was Smith, Bredman, Bolgreen, Halverson. Newell to serve. Johnson with the kill attempt. Bolgreen saves it. Halverson's got to go back over. Sophie sets up a back set to Twidwell. Goes deep, set to Strand. That one's out. Bolgreen went a little bit too strong with that one. And here come the Cowgirls trailing by 4.
Yeah, good heads-up play there by Abby Johnson. She knew it was going to go out and let that one go.
So Materi and Undum check in for the Cowgirls.
See if Carsey can get it going here.
She gets it over the net. Strand bumps. Stanford's got to go over, and she finds the corner right over the head of Carsey Materi, and Riley Finkel couldn't have gotten there in time.
Yeah, Barnesville does a really good job of when it's a free ball, it's not really a free ball.
Yeah.
That was well placed towards the back, and Barnesville gets the point.
Bolgreen serves. Materi sets. Johnson at the net, couldn't do much with it, as Smith tapped it right back on her, and it's a point for Barnesville. They're 2 away from winning set number 3.
See if you can stretch it out a little bit. If not, you're going to have to try and get things going in the next set.
Erickson gets it over the net. Bolgreen picks it up. To this side, Stanford block at the net by Undum. Finkrell goes over with it. Oh, Smith. Good save by Finkrell. Got a whistle, and what were we, in the net?
We're calling Cowgirls in the net there.
Yep. And now it's set point.
I think that was Materi that was in the net there.
Set point for the Trojans. Bowgreen serves. Materi backs it to Johnson. Good save on the far side by Halverson. Halverson goes deep into the corner, and it's out. Cowgirls with still life here in set number 3.
Barnesville trying to have the Cowgirls make a decision there. They made the right decision on that one.
Johnson to serve. Abby goes deep, and it's too deep. Unforced error on the Cowgirls, and that will wrap up set number 3. Barnesville wins this one 25-18. And that was sponsored by Superior Builders, set number 3. And we'll be right back after these messages with set number 4 right here on Three Borders Sports Network. On the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, the Barnesville Trojans 2 sets, the Breckenridge Cowgirls 1 set. Back after this.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack in the Midwest. We thank you for your continued trust in Giants to provide you the best quality sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, pistachios, and our delicious cashews. Giants Snacks, a proud sponsor of Cowboy Athletics.
Bruder's Butcher, Highway 75 North Breckenridge, believes in community, customer service, and the goodness of meat. Bruder's Butcher provides quality raised and butchered beef at an affordable price. From raising cattle born on family farms to butchering and preparing the meat for your dinner table, they are that dedicated. Stop into their store located Highway 75 North Breckenridge or check them out online, brudersbutcher.com. Since 1987, Red River Valley and Western Railroad has served North Dakota and Minnesota with over 500 miles of track. Red River Valley and Western handles shipping, freight car repair, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
Being a member of First Community Credit Union means access to better rates and lower fees. And it means being part of something more. It's joining a team that's dedicated to serving our community by giving scholarships to our future leaders, providing food for a hungry neighbor, and lending a helping hand to our local parks. Our communities always come first. It's the credit union difference. Come join us and see what we can do together.
We have a dandy here at Cowgirl Gymnasium in Breckenridge, Minnesota. The Barnesville Trojans lead the Breckenridge Cowgirls 2-1. And during this intermission, Brian, the student sections were going back and forth, so they're into it too as well.
Joe, this building was shaking for a second.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Man, I thought we were down on the railroad tracks there, the way the noise was going.
I know Margaret's youngest fan, she was here in attendance tonight. I don't know if she's still here. She had her young daughter here tonight, and if she was here, that young lady, what is she, maybe 5-6 months old? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you'd probably have to get some ear protection on her.
Yeah, she might have had to have some ear protection. Maybe they got her out of the building. I don't know, but she was here earlier, but wow, she's experienced something. Student sections are going back and forth. The Barnesville student section and the Breckenridge student section on both sides.
Now, Cowgirls got to come out ready to play here. You can't think about the result of the match. You just got to come out and play good, solid volleyball and keep focused throughout the set.
Materi. Smith. Good dig by Finkrell into the net, and the Cowgirls can't handle it. Emily Smith with the kill in the point. Again, the same thing, Brian, happened in the Henning game. The Cowgirls got down 2-1. They came back and won the last two sets.
They're going to have a tough road to hoe here if they get down in this set, though.
Smith serves. Materi sets. Erickson with the kill, block at the net. Smith and Halverson with the block. Again, like you said, Brian, the Cowgirls and Coach Wilson don't want to get too far behind here right away to start out set 4, excuse me.
can't think about the result of losing this set. You've just got to come out here and play it.
Back set to Johnson. Good save by Newell. Bolgreen from deep. Johnson, unforced error into the net. Point to Barnesville, and they lead 3-0.
Yeah, you see another point here. This thing goes 4-0. I think you're going to see a timeout.
Coach Wilson up on the sideline talking to the girls. Smith serves. Materi set to Erickson for the kill and the point, and the Cowgirls get on the board and trail 3-1.
You know, there's someone who you can really take advantage of too. I think you can kind of maybe decoy Kaler a little bit and see if you can let Erickson go to work.
Johnson to serve. Goes deep with it. Bolgreen picks it up. At the net, Smith couldn't do much with it. Or excuse me, that was Bredman. Good kill. And not able to go over in 3 hits. And it's a point to the Cowgirls.
There you go. That's the way you recover from it.
And now it's just a 1-point set. Set to the far side. Stanford block at the net. Erickson and Undum put it back away on the other side.
Yeah, Tori Undum over there doing a great job.
That was awesome.
And then Anna Erickson there too.
They both got up on the net there and blocked that one. It's tied at 3. Johnson. Bolgreen picks it up. Set goes out. No touch. And a point to the Cowgirls. Bredman with the kill, but it was just a little too strong, and now the Cowgirls with a 1-point lead.
Yeah, she really tried to send that one home, and it just sailed long.
Bailey Julson says your camera work is great, Brian.
I don't know about that last shot. I got a little excited, went to the wrong side. Got caught watching the match.
Sorry about that, Brian. I jinxed you, I guess.
Yeah, it's all right.
But Bailey had a nice comment for you, though.
Thank you, Bailey. I appreciate it.
All right, that one was into the net for Johnson, and Scogan back to serve. Finkrell sets it to Materi over to the near side. Kaler back to Cameron. Finkrell back sets it. Erickson goes deep into the net, and it's a point for the Cowgirls, and they lead 5-4.
Keep plugging along here, Joe.
Yep. Again, third set was a 25-18. That was the closest set of the 3 so far. Barnesville won set number 1, 25-13. Cowgirls come back 25-11. Abby tried to dig that one, couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, Bredman doing a good job of placing that one. Just both teams are just good, Joe.
Man, 5-5. Barnesville 2A. Breckenridge 1A. Conference matchup. Undum with the kill, and there it is for the point. Tori Undum puts it away.
Yeah, you got some of the other girls now starting to get things rolling. You got Erickson and Undum. You know they can do some damage too. Like I said, maybe decoy Kaler a little bit and let those other girls go to work on the outside.
Sophie Larson checks in. Addie Twidwell checks in. Sophie with the serve. Newell's got to get it back. Bolgreen's got to bump it over. Sophie sets. Cameron Kaler for the point and the kill. She's got 9 of them. Put her on the board.
Yeah, they had the offense rolling there. Cameron Kaler with just a full force swing.
Oofty, that was fun.
Able to put that one away.
Call your friends and neighbors. We got a good one cooking here. Bredman gets blocked by Kaler. That one's in the rafters, but they get it back over. Sophie sets up Twidwell. Saved by Strand. Back set. Bredman with the tap. Back over to the net. Twidwell's got to go over. She does. Bolgreen. Good dig by Finkrell. Kaler sets it back to Strand. Bredman blocked by Kaler. 2, 3. Go over. Sophie. Oh my goodness. Good save by Newell. Kill, block at the net. It's tipped at the net. Point for the Cowgirls. Holy cow.
That was a heck of a point. We had that nice long point against Henning. That one was two times better.
Oh, my. Scotty Miller, I'm sorry I took your phrase there, but my, oh, my.
That was just a great point by the Cowgirls.
Cowgirls lead by 3. Bredman's got to get it over. Cowgirls with an easy one now. Johnson with the kill. Goes backwards off Stanford's hands. They got to go over. Bowlgreen does. Twidwell, Sophie. Johnson from deep. Goes out. And it's a point to the Trojans, 8-6.
Yeah, just a little much on that one.
Oof. Strand back to serve, trailing by 2. Finkrell. Kaler goes in. Strand goes deep, off the wall, and it's a point to the Cowgirls. They lead 9-6.
Just got to keep it going. They're doing everything right now, Joe. Got to keep the momentum on your side.
What a conference game. Cameron Kaler back to serve.
Execution is key here.
Bowlgreen's got to just go over the net with it. Sophie sets up Byer. And he hits the sideline ref in the feet, so that's an automatic out of bounds. No question about that when the referee's standing out of bounds and it hits her in the feet.
Yeah, Byers had a couple where her feet just aren't right.
Yep.
The timing's a little bit off. If she can fix that, she's going to be in position to really get something here down the stretch.
Newell off the tape. Good save by Kaler. Twidwell goes over the net. Third hit. And that is 4 for Barnesville. It's a point to the Cowgirls, and they are now leading by 3.
Addie Twidwell does such a good job of keeping things alive. Able to get her hand on that one, keep that volley going. And the Cowgirls end up coming away with the point.
Finkrell serves. Goes up high. Smith's got a hustle. Goes over her head. And out of bounds. And the Cowgirls lead by 4 in set number 4.
Just trying to stretch out that lead. Keep that momentum on your side.
Wake up the kids, people.
Phone the neighbors and wake the kids.
There you go.
We got a good one going.
Finkrell. Bowlgreen's got to handle it. Strand. Ooh, and that one's Sophie does a good job of getting that one over the net. Bowlgreen blocked at the net by Twidwell. And back comes Barnesville. Smith picked up by Kaler. Johnson. Back to Johnson. And a block by Twidwell. Bowlgreen goes back to Stanford. Finkrell. Larson. Kill. No good. It goes over the net. In the net. And the Cowgirls with another one.
Joe.
Holy.
That was crazy there. But again, Addie Twidwell keeping that thing alive right in the middle of that volley.
Oh my goodness. Let's keep it here, B-Dub. My, oh my. I can't. I'm out of words.
Joe, just another good long volley by both teams. Both teams just giving it their all. But again, Addie Twidwell able to keep that thing alive at the net. There were a couple times there where both teams thought the point was over, and the thing just keeps going on and on.
Yeah.
And the Cowgirls are finally able to put that thing away. But just a good teamwork, good effort by both teams.
Unbelievable.
Both teams want to get out of here with the win. And they are putting on a show tonight, Joe.
It is something to see.
They are really putting it on. Both teams.
Yeah, they are, and the student sections on both sides. The the Cowgirl section is getting wild now. The Barnesville guys are straight across from us, and it is quite the atmosphere.
This is good high school entertainment right here, Joe.
All right, Riley Finkrell back to serve with a 5-point lead. The lefty puts it over. Newell sets up the Bowlgreen. Kaler picks it up. Sophie back sets to Twidwell. Oh, look out. And there is a kill and a point for Emily Smith.
Yeah, Barnesville did a good job, had the offense rolling there. Came out of the timeout, got what they wanted. Nice set, nice kill.
Emily Smith, 5'8", but she got up there like she's 6 foot. Bowlgreen back to serve. Kaler picks it up to Johnson. Pounded over to Strand, and that one's in the bleachers, and it's a point for the Cowgirls.
Yeah, we haven't called Abby's name too much, and able to put something on that one.
Carsey checks in, and does Torrey. Carson Materi goes back to serve for the Cowgirls. Into the net. Good play there by Newell. Materi, nice set. Newell comes back, and a good save here on the near side by Halverson. Bolgreen. Newell goes over on the second hit. Kaler picks it up. Finkrell. Abby's got to go deep, and does. Bolgreen picks it up. And Smith puts it into the net. Point to the Cowgirls. They lead by 6.
Yeah, really the first, real mistake that we've seen from Smith all night. She had a chance to really just tap that one over and just kind of misjudged it.
Carsey to serve. Into the net. Not what the Cowgirls wanted.
Yeah, you needed to just keep your serve going. And you give that one right back to them.
I know I've said that a few times tonight, Brian, and I'm sorry, folks, for saying not what the Cowgirls wanted. But again, it's an unforced errors they just don't want in this game. Johnson with the kill. Abby Johnson puts it away for a point for the Cowgirls.
Well, that's why it's a team sport, Joe.
Yeah.
One person makes a mistake and you got somebody to pick you up, and Abby Johnson doing a good job of picking Carson Materi up right there.
Abby Johnson puts the lead back at 6, and Abby Johnson back to serve. Bolgreen digs. Newell sets to Bredman. Materi sets to Kaler in her spot. Got the point. Put it on the board for Cameron Kaler. She's in double digits with 11.
She was indecisive on that one, not able to get all the power behind it.
Yeah.
But you'll take the point any way you can.
Abby Johnson to serve, leading by 7. Bredman with the net. Cowgirls with another point, and they lead by 8.
Now Cowgirls starting to stretch this one out. Got to get a couple more here to kind of really put it on your side.
Abby serves. Bolgreen goes up with it. Strand bumps. He's got to go over his Bredman. Materi sets to Erickson for the point and the kill.
Yeah, they took advantage of that free one there. Erickson doing a great job just bringing the hammer.
And the Cowgirls have doubled up the Trojans, and another timeout. Man, oh man, you want to do a break, Brian? Should we take a break? All right, let's take a break here, folks. The announcer guy can get a breather. And on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard, the Cowgirls lead the Trojans 18-9. Back after this, right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Hinsberg's Appliance Center in downtown Wapaton has all of your appliance needs covered. Need a window air conditioner? Hinsberg's is your place. Need a new stove, or how about a microwave? Hinsberg's is your place. Is your washer dryer on their last leg? How about a refrigerator freezer, or maybe even an under-counter dishwasher? Hinsberg's Appliance in downtown Wapaton on Dakota Avenue can help you with all your appliance needs. Located at 315 Dakota Avenue in Wapaton. Call 701-642-6331. Hinsberg's has all your appliance needs covered.
The student section took a breather on that one. They even sat down, but right away, as soon as the whistles blew, they were back on their feet. And the Cowgirls lead 18-9. That one, Finkrell's got to pick it up, running backwards. Johnson, Materi goes over on the third. Set at the net. Oh, and what a kill by Bredman. My goodness, get out of the way.
Yeah, you want to really get out of the way of that one. The Trojans do a good job of coming out of a timeout. That's the second time here in this set where they've come out and executed really well to get the point.
Scogan to serve. Just hits the tape. Materi back sets to Erickson. Strand, Newell to Bredman again. Block at the net that time by Cameron Kaler. Oh, and miscommunication between Bolgreen and Stanford, and it's a point to the Cowgirls.
Yeah, they were both right there and just kind of ran into each other.
Yep.
Ball went straight up right on top of them, and neither could get out of the way of each other.
Lauren Byer checks back in for the Cowgirls. Finkrell comes out. Erickson puts it into the net. Again, another unforced error.
So let's see
at the wrong time, right?
Yeah, just kind of at the wrong time. You wanted to get to that 20 mark. You wanted to put that 2 on the board.
Get that first crooked number up there, right?
Let's see if they can pick her up here.
Materi back sets to Undum. Out.
Well, that one went out.
19-12. Tori Undham just a little bit strong. She had the right spot. There was nobody there, but just a little bit too hard.
You know, Barnesville's going to have to try and play clean here, too.
Stanford serves. Finkrell's second hit. Third hit, Cameron Kaler. Newell back sets to Bredman. Little tap. Good save by Abby on the dive. Bolgreen on the far side. Brings that one home for Barnesville on a block attempt by Undham and Byer. Goes out of bounds, and we got a timeout on the floor. Cowgirls lead 19-13 on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back in 30 seconds right here on Three Borders Sports Network.
Right after school, I'm right into the workforce. I don't have to go looking for a job, and that's kind of what made me take a step forward into being a diesel tech at NDSCS. No looking back. My name is Eli, and I'm here for my future.
Here it's way more hands-on. The college has better equipment than the shop I'm at now. Like, you name it, they got it. You get to use your tools and your hands a lot more. My name is Sean, and I'm here for my future.
Set number 4 brought to you by Gripper Sports on downtown Dakota Avenue. They got all your favorite team sports apparel. Huskies, Lady Huskies, Cowboys, Cowgirls, Warbirds, and much, much more. Stop down and see Tyler and Gripper down on Dakota Avenue, bringing you set number 4. Kaler with the kill and the point. Puts that crooked number on the board for the Cowgirls. Brian?
That time the Cowgirls do a good time coming out of the timeout. Able to get the point.
13 kills for Cameron Kaler, leading both teams. Sophie Larson back to serve.
You just want to get over that 20 mark.
That one goes out. Good read there by Scogan. She let it go.
It
was close.
That's 3 of those, Joe.
Yep.
The Cowgirls have let get away.
Yep. Not what they wanted to do. I'm sorry I said that more than once. Strand. Twidwell to Sophie, back sets it to Kaler. Good pickup by Scogan. At the net. Emily Smith puts it away.
Now be careful here. Yeah, can't let that momentum get back on the Trojan side.
It's a 5-point lead for the Cowgirls.
Creeping that way right now.
Strand. Sophie. Twidwell. And she'll get the point.
There it
Addie
is.
Twidwell. You called her name a couple times tonight, Brian, and she brought it home for the Cowgirls and gives the Cowgirls a 6-point lead.
She's just doing good stuff out there, Joe. She's done a good job of keeping some volleys alive that end up in points for the Cowgirls, and she gave them a much-needed point there.
Kaler serves. Smith. Sophie sets. Byers got to go over. Wasn't a very good set. Bolgreen with the kill and the point. Now we're calling her name, Brian. It was Bredman, Smith, Bolgreen, Halverson, and now we're back to Bolgreen.
Yeah, Barnesville does such a good job of getting off the net and getting in position, getting ready to swing on the outside.
Newell to serve. That's Katie. Abby Johnson with the kill goes out. And it's a 4-point game.
Yeah, if you're Breckenridge, you can't just kind of sit around and wait for Barnesville to make mistakes to get to the winning point. You gotta put some in yourself.
Sophie back sets to Byer. She's got to go over. And back over the net when Bolgreen. And now it's a 3-point set. And Coach Margaret Wilson has 1 timeout left. We'll see if she uses it here pretty quick.
Barnesville trying to
Kaler, block at the net by Smith. Up to Smith. Finkrell digs. Abby with the kill. Good save by Barnesville. They do get her over. Good set back to Finkrell. She sets to Abby. And there's a good save by Barnesville. 2 of them from Barnesville. Twidwell with the kill and the point. Addie Twidwell, Brian, coming alive for the Cowgirls and saving that point.
Bill, there she is again. There's another volley where Barnesville just able to keep that thing alive. But for the Cowgirls, Addie Twidwell coming up big when they need a point.
Aunt Sophie, I hope you're watching. She was watching when they played Henning and cheering on Addie.
That's 2 big points in this fourth set for Twidwell.
Hoofty, 4-point game, 4-point set, 22-18. Riley Finkrell to serve. Stanford sets to Smith, out of bounds. A little bit too strong from Emily Smith, and it's a 2 points away from winning set number 4, and we could go to set number 5.
You're getting in that position where you're feeling really good.
Stanford Strand over to Halverson into the net. Set point for Breckenridge.
Joe, if this winning point comes, the roof is just going to come off
This
this
is going to be
place.
someplace. We will keep it here if it does. Newell's got to come backwards with it. Halverson goes over. Sophie sets. Good save from Halverson. Bolgreen with the kill. Back to Bolgreen. Finkrell with the save. Sophie who comes back with it. Oh my goodness, what a shot by Cameron Kaler from deep. Wins the point and the set. Cowgirls taking it to the limit. It is going to be a 5-set match once again. Cameron Kaler from deep. And we are going to go to set number 5. What a match we are witnessing here tonight, Brian.
Did we really expect anything else, Joe?
My goodness. Let's take a break, buddy, and I need a drink of water. The Breckenridge Cowgirls defeat the Barnesville Trojans in set number 4. We're going to go 5, and that one only goes to 15. We'll be right back after these messages.
Around here, every town is a sports town. And why not? Sports were important to us growing up, and we want the same for our kids. To get involved, because that's how kids learn to lead. And why Farmers Union Insurance supports these programs. Farmers Union Insurance. They don't just protect our community, they invest in it.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, drying, cleaning, and marketing your grain to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain has been saving farmers for years, rewarding them with reasonable prices on purchases and fair deals when they sell. Talk to Kelly or Brad about the many services they offer. Red River Grain in Breckenridge. Call 643-3738.
The Blazer Express in Breckenridge is the only city. The Blazer is the only
air, storage options, and now transload services. With over 30 years of experience in the railroad industry, they know dependable service is what you strive for. Red River Valley and Western is proud to be a part of the community since 1987.
Here we go, folks. We are going to go to set number 5. It's a 15-point set. And as you can hear, the fans are going wild. What an atmosphere here in Breckenridge. Tara and Glenn, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting Three Borders Sports Network. Tara Klostrike and Glenn tuning in, and we thank you for the compliments.
Joe, everybody on their feet in this place
everybody
right now.
Everybody in this gym, except the people sitting in front of our cameras. Thank you, folks.
I tell you what, if you're a fan of sports, high school sports, you can't ask for anything better than this.
Smiles on the girls on the floor. I mean, they're just enjoying this atmosphere as well. Hopefully everybody is at home too as well. Brian and I, it is just so fun.
Just a high level of competition here. Both of these teams are good. Doesn't matter what class they are. Just two great rivals, just a short distance apart, and that's what you like to see when you get matches like this. When you get rivalry games like this, you want it to go down to the wire.
All 12 girls had smiles on their faces, beat up.
Yeah, you're getting your money's worth tonight, Joe.
Yep. Set number 5. It goes to 15. You got to win by 2. Bolgreen serves. Johnson. Good block at the net by Smith. Smith's got to go over the net. Finkrell sets up Materi to Erickson for the point. And the kill. She got it. Put her on the board for Breckenridge.
Yeah, you're going to need to take advantage of every opportunity that you get. And they got a good opportunity at the net there and able to come away with the first point here in the deciding set.
So Abby Johnson goes back to serve now for the Cowgirls, leading 1-0. Again, set number 5. We're tied at 2. Johnson. Strand picks it up. Newell over to the other side to Stanford. Cowgirls. Finkrell sets up Kaler. Oh, and she misfired on that one. She got a little bit underneath it, Brian.
Yeah, just timing off there and just kind of whiffed it a little bit, hit the bottom of the ball. Not able to get full hand on it. And Barnesville gets on the board.
What else, B-Dub? We're tied at 1. Smith back to serve. Materi sets up Kaler. And the point. And give her another kill. That's 15 for Cameron Kaler.
Yeah, she made up for the last one. She came hard with that one. Unable to put that one away.
Halverson was at the net but couldn't control it. Erickson with the serve. Goes deep. Stanford. Strand. Newell's got to go over on the third. Materi to Johnson from deep. Bredman's off balance. Undham goes deep. Strand. Newell sets up on the other side. Stanford up into the rafters. Johnson saves it. It has come out. Erickson puts it across. Bredman with the kill. Saved by Erickson. Kaler. Good save by Bowgreen. Undham goes deep. Stanford. Johnson. Materi to Kaler. Put it away! Put it on the board for Cameron Kaler. My goodness, Brian, she is something else tonight.
Yeah, if you want to go somewhere and make sure that you get something, you go to Cameron Kaler, and she came up big there.
3-1 lead for the Cowgirls. Erickson serves. A little bit too strong, and it's out of bounds.
Got to try and play a clean set. You don't want too many of those.
Nope.
That'll keep Barnesville in the game.
When you only go to 15, you can't afford many of them. Scogan back to serve. Kaler. Materi sets back up. Cameron Kaler. Scogan saves it. Redmond's got to go over. She does. Materi sets it back to Undham into the net. We're tied at 3.
Tori got a good swing at it. A little bit off balance again.
Looked like she was falling off to her left side,
yeah.
Brian. 3-3. Scogan serves. Johnson. Materi sets up. Kaler. And got the point for Cameron Kaler. My goodness, give her 16, Brian.
Yeah, she's in her spot there, Joe, on the left side.
Sophie Larson checks in. Addie Twidwell checks in for the Cowgirls. That rotation that Coach Wilson's been using all night. Sophie back to serve. Twidwell almost put it away. And a little bit too strong by Beyer.
Yeah, should have just tapped that one. Way off balance, falling back. Got away with the first time with Twidwell. And then Beyer trying to do the same thing when it came back on the first.
We're tied at 4. Number 4, Stanford serves. Sophie. Oh, my goodness. That's just fun to watch. I don't care who you are, what fan of what game you are, but we have seen some kills tonight from Cameron Kaler. Give her 18.
Yeah, cash money there, Joe.
Man. Cowgirls up by 1. Kaler serves. Scogan picks it up. Third hit's got to go over his Bredman. Finkrell. Sets up. And a point. Give them a point for the Cowgirls. They lead by 2.
Well, see, Beyer made up for that when she learned her lesson on the first one. Had a nice tip there. Good recovery, and to get the point that time.
Nice tip from Lauren Beyer. 2-point lead for the Cowgirls. 6-4. Kaler. Redmond's got to chase it. And Abby Johnson says, it ain't coming over to my side. Get it back over there. Point for the Cowgirls. They're up by 3.
Yeah, we've seen Barnesville run their offense really well. And that time just the set was a little bit wide and too far away from the net. And Barnesville not able to put that one away.
Cameron Kaler a little bit deep. Picked up by Scogan. Bolgreen picked up by Johnson. Sophie sets up Abby Johnson with the kill. Strand saves it. Bredman pushes it into the Cowgirls side, and it's a point for the Trojans, and they trail by 2.
Yeah, nobody at the net there, and a big hole in the middle, and Bredman found it.
7-5, set number 5. Strand to serve. Sophie. Goes to Finkel. Look at Smith. Good block at the net by Byer. Sophie this time sets Byer, and she gets it killed, but it's a set back deep. Finkel has to pick it up. Going back over is Byer. Here we go with one of those long volleys again. Bolgreen. And she gets the kill. Cameron Kaler couldn't quite reach that one. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, that was another long volley. That time Barnesville came away with it. Bolgreen doing a good job on the outside, able to finish that rally.
7-6. Strand to serve. Finkel, Sophie, Abby Johnson. Just a little bit wide, and we're tied at 7.
Got to settle down here.
Both coaches get 2 timeouts, and the timeout this time as we're tied at 7 in set number 5. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have more right here on Three Borders Sports Network. You're watching Three Borders Sports Network on the Farmers Union Insurance Scoreboard. We're tied at 7.
OSPTI has been the therapy clinic of choice for over 15 years here in the southern Red River Valley. At OSPTI, they strive to have the most up-to-date treatment options available with their hands-on method to decrease your symptoms and ensure quality care. Their motto at OSPTI, we strive to meet your goals. Locally owned on 5th Street North in Breckenridge. OSPTI.
Okay, we got to take a breath, Brian, and we got to do this all over again. We're halfway to 15, and it's tied at 7. What else would you want?
You don't want anything better than this show. 7-7, just a new set here.
Uh-oh. That was tipped back by Abby, but controlled by Finkel. And that one's into the net. Bolgreen from deep. Abby Johnson bumps it. She gets the set, and then this kill attempt. Over to Bolgreen, look out. Good save by Sophie. Abby's from deep. That's picked up there by the Cowgirls. And they say 4 hits, I think, was that one.
Yeah, that one came back.
Yep, 4 hits. 8-7 in favor of the Trojans. Strand back to serve. Sophie sets up Abby. Blocked at the net by Smith. Good save by Bolgreen. Abby puts it back. Saved by Stanford. And Smith hammers it into the net. Point for the Cowgirls.
Barnesville doing a good job of getting off the net and able to send some of those balls back. But just, again, another little careless one there.
What else, Brian? We're tied at 8. That one hits the tape and goes in for a point as Bolgreen tapped it. And it's a point to the Cowgirls.
Yeah, sometimes you get good things that happen. That one goes off the tape and you lose sight of it. And you'll certainly take that one.
Derek Walter and family watching. Derek, thank you. 9-8. Cowgirls lead. Strand. Got to go over to Scogan. Sophie back sets. No, it was a front set to Erickson. Other side to Bolgreen. She's got to tap it over quite awkwardly. Addie Twidwell. Bolgreen sets herself back up here, and there it is. And it is a point for Barnesville. Twidwell was at the net, just didn't quite get it back over.
Yeah, she was there in the right position and just not able to put it back in the right spot.
9-9. Third tie in a row here. 7-7, 8-8, 9-9. Sophie sets up Abby. Newell sets up Bolgreen, and not able to save that one was Finkel. and it's a 1-point lead for the Barnesville Trojans.
Yeah, Finkel doesn't miss many, but Barnesville doing a good job of putting that one away.
Newell puts it into play. Sophie back sets to Twidwell. Strand saves it. Back set this time to Halverson. Sophie saves it. Second bump goes over Strand. You got to come back to Smith. And Finkel thought it was going to go left, and it went right. Good kill there by Smith.
Yeah, Smith doing a good job there. You're going to get a timeout here.
Coach Margaret wants to talk about this one with a 2-point lead, Brian. We'll keep it here, and we'll talk about it here, Brian. And you're down by 2 now. You got to tell your girls, let's settle down. We're not out of this. We can come back from 2. We've done it before.
Yeah, you just need a point. You need a side out here. Get the ball back on your side. Cut it to 1, and then do something from behind the service line. You got to be good from behind that line the rest of the way. You can't have any miscues at the service line. You just got to play good, solid volleyball. Play within yourselves. Don't try and do too much. Just let it happen out there, and then take advantage of the opportunities that you get at the net. When you get a chance to get a good swing at it, go ahead and execute it and see if you can put the point away, and then try and finish this thing out. But you can't worry about the score.
Nope.
What the score is. It's 0-0 on every single point, and you just got to play volleyball.
Coach Wilson took a quick time out there. She sent her girls right back out. She had a quick word, sent them right back out, and said, go get it. So back to serve now for Barnesville is Katie Newell. Sophie, good set to Erickson. Good handle there by Bolgreen. Back to Bolgreen for the third hit.
A free one.
Sophie sets up Abby Johnson with the kill. Barnesville saves it to Bolgreen. Sophie saves that one. Finkrell to Kaler deep. Smith back to Kaler. Sophie goes backwards to Twidwell. And a point for the Cowgirls as Stanford couldn't handle that one. And she patted herself on the chest and said, that was my fault there, teammates. That one's on me.
I tell you what, Joe, I'm a basketball coach, and I like role players. And right now, Addie Twidwell is playing just a great role in this match.
Materi checks in and serves, trailing by 1. Set over to the far side. Stanford pops it over. Materi sets at the net. Erickson for the point, and the kill. Anna Erickson for the point.
Just a good, well-executed play there at the net, and Anna Erickson doing a good job of sending that one home. And you just got to be good from behind the net.
Oh, my goodness, folks. We are tied at 11. We were tied at 7, tied at 8, tied at 9, and tied at 11, Brian. And you can't ask for it any better. You're getting some good volleyball tonight, folks.
Yeah, good timeout here by Barnesville. Score tied. Again, you got to try and take the momentum away and see if you can get it back on your side. So same thing, you got to play it. Both teams, score is tied, but you certainly have to play the rest of the match like it's 0-0. Try and play good, clean volleyball. For Breckenridge, you don't get a lot of free balls, but when you get them, you've got to try and take advantage of them and see if you can get a kill out of it. They're successful there the last 2. And to see if Carsey can be good here from behind the line.
Joel and Roseanne Lisney watching. Great fans for Three Borders Sports Network. Instant classic in Breckenridge tonight, and it is. Too close to the net. Cowgirls couldn't put it away. Good save by Barnesville. Johnson with the kill and the point. Barnesville was in the net. It's a point and a kill for Abby Johnson. And the Cowgirls lead by 1. Carsey Materi back to serve. Stanford back set to Bolgreen. Hits the pylon, and that is out, Brian. And the Cowgirls lead is extended 13-11.
Cowgirls 2 points away here.
Timeout Barnesville. We'll keep it here. Timeout Barnesville on the Farmers Union Insurance scoreboard. The Cowgirls 13 and the Trojans 11. Again, Barnesville calling that timeout, Brian. You might as well use it. You got it. You're trailing by 2 in a 15-point set.
Yeah, you got to get everything right here because as Barnesville, you don't want to give up this next point. You want to score a point before Breckenridge scores a point. You don't want to let them get to 14 and get to game point there with that 2-point lead, 3-point lead. You've got to try and score this next point. Otherwise, the advantage is strong.
Exactly.
To Breckenridge.
Yep. So a big point here, as Coach Watson just said. Coach Wilson sent her girls out with 32 seconds to go in that timeout, and she's ready to go. Materi gets it over. A set to Bowlgreen. Goes deep. Finkrell saves. And that one is a point and a kill on Erickson. They're 1 point away from the set and the match.
Joe, Breckenridge scores this next point. You might want to run and hide.
14-11 the point. Set to Smith. She goes over, saved by Materi. Finkrell sets up Abby Johnson for the kill. No good. Materi sets up Erickson. Bumps it over. Goes deep. Finkrell hits the rafter, but Materi saves it. Kaler bumps it over. Going deep with that was Halverson. Erickson for the kill. Strand saves it for Barnesville. Bowlgreen on the other side. Johnson saves it. Materi sets up Johnson for the kill and the point. Count it and put it in the books. What a game. Oh my goodness. Look at that crowd. My, oh my. Look at that jubilation. The Cowgirls win. And don't forget to stay tuned for our postgame show, as we will have Coach Margaret Wilson on the postgame show coming up. Brian, my gosh, Joel and Roseanne Lisney called it. They said an instant classic in Breck, and my goodness, I don't think you could call it anything else.
Yeah, it'll certainly be an instant classic on 3BSN, I can tell you that, Joe. Just a fantastic volleyball match. Just great competition between two close rivals, and Breckenridge able to hold them off after dropping the first set, able to come back and win this thing in exciting fashion. Just a great volleyball match.
Look at that jubilation.
That's just unreal, Joe. You gotta like it.
Yeah, and the Barnesville student section walking out. They were giving the Breckenridge student section grief a little while ago, saying that you got quiet chant. And now who's doing all the cheering? What a game. My goodness. We're going to see if we can get Coach Wilson up here. So stay tuned for that, folks. Again, an instant classic here in Breckenridge. Joel and Roseanne Lisney. Brian Watson dubbed it the Highway 9 battle, the Highway 9 series, whatever you want to call it. Just an instant classic here. And man, oh man, we had fun. So we're going to get Coach Margaret Wilson up here for our post-game show coming up here in a few minutes. Stay with us, folks. We're going to be right back on. Let's just keep it here and let the kids chant, Brian. We got to take a break? All right, we got to take a break, folks. We'll take a break, and we will come back with some more right here from Cowgirl Gymnasium right after this.
Scott's Electric in Wahpeton is a proud supporter of high school athletics. If you're in need of commercial, industrial, agricultural, or residential electric service, call Scott's Electric at 642-9244. Licensed and bonded in North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota, offering 24-hour electrical service. Check out Scott's Electric website at www.scottselectric.net. Scott's Electric.
The Blazer Express in Breckenridge is the only stop you'll need to make for game night. If you're on your way to the game or staying in and watching the live stream, the Blazer has what you'll need. From hot stuffed pizza and snacks to Caribou coffee, the Blazer is the only stop you'll need to make. That's the Blazer Express, Highway 75 North in Breckenridge. Proud to support local athletics.
Since 1996, Giants have been a go-to snack for quality. Giants works directly with farmers to ensure you're receiving the best Giant seeds in every bag. From planting to harvest, they ensure the quality and attention sunflowers deserve to deliver the best taste possible. Giant's cashews and pistachios continue our tradition of making the finest nut available. They're a fan favorite. Whether you're in the mood for dill pickle, sour cream and onion, or bacon ranch, we have the flavors to satisfy your cravings. Giant Snacks, where quality still matters. That's the Giants difference.
Did you know that we serve nearly 1,500 square miles across North Dakota and Minnesota? Or that we've been around for over 60 years? How about that we've got 3,000 miles of fiber optics powering one of the best networks in the region? The best part? We're a cooperative. That means we're continually reinvesting in our communities to make them better than ever. We are Red River Communications. We've been recognized as a leader for helping our communities be great places to live and work. To find out how we're helping connect our communities, visit redrivercom.com/connect.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, drying, cleaning, and marketing your grain to attain the highest possible profit for you. Red River Grain has been saving farmers more money for years, rewarding them with reasonable prices on purchases and fair deals when they sell. Talk to Kelly or Tom about the many services they offer. Red River Grain in Breckenridge. Call 643-3738.
Thrivent Will Ulick provides clarity for where you are today, confidence for where you go tomorrow. Thrivent combines financial expertise with purpose-based planning to help you with where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. At Thrivent, Will Ulick can help you address a variety of complex subjects to meet your unique wealth management needs, from retirement planning to investment management and estate planning. Thrivent, what are you invested in? Thrive with purpose. Thrivent and Will Ulick supports all area sports teams and wishes them the best of luck.
Bruder's Butcher, Highway 75 North Breckenridge, believes in community, customer service, and the goodness of meat. Bruder's Butcher provides quality raised and butchered beef at an affordable price. From raising cattle born on family farms to butchering and preparing the meat for your dinner table, they are that dedicated. Stop into their store located Highway 75 North Breckenridge or check them out online, brudersbutcher.com.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
Have you ever considered chiropractic for your family? Dr. Andrea and the staff at Hornstein Family Chiropractic love to see families. With 16 years of experience seeing brand new babies, pregnant women, toddlers, teens, athletes, she cares for your family like it's her family. Join Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 715 Dakota Avenue in Wahpeton, and we will help your family grow up healthy. Call 701-672-1300 for the next soonest available appointment, because at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is a family affair.
Welcome back to Three Borders Sports Network, everybody. Again, thanks for joining us here on the NDSCS postgame show. And NDSCS, if you're watching folks over at NDSCS, Coach Jane Pesa, you probably saw some pretty darn good volleyball players here tonight. What an event we saw. Margaret, we were getting text messages during the whole game, and
yeah.
It was dubbed an instant classic.
Cool.
It was just, it's going to be one to go back and watch many times.
Yeah.
Brian Watson, Joe Schreiner, and we're joined here by head coach of the Cowgirls, Margaret Wilson. Margaret, can you relax a little bit now, or are you still jacked?
I don't know. I have a lot of energy right now. That was crazy.
It was.
That was exciting.
I'm telling you, you fall in the first one, 25-13. What did you think at that point? What did you say to your team? What did you say to yourself? How are we getting back in this, girls?
I told them to relax. We played so uptight.
Yeah.
That first set, our serve receive was awful. I don't mean to discredit our serve receivers, but, man, we didn't pass very well in that first set. And then missed serves, and just like we were scared, right?
Yep.
Didn't want to make a mistake kind of thing. So just relax.
Just chill out. Okay,
everybody.
So we talked about that before the game, Joe and I said they're going to have to come out and not worry about winning the match. You have that in the back of your head. Yes, you want to win it, but you can't go out there and play like we have to win this.
No.
You have to just go out there and play, and you could see in that first set they had that in the back of their head.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to win this thing.
Yeah.
And instead of just going and playing.
You can't win it in the first set.
You cannot do it.
Yeah. There you go. Set number 2, 25-11. And it was like a different switch was turned.
It was a different team, right? All I did was I switched our setters up. So they were setting to different hitters and playing a little bit different defense against what Barnesville had in their lineup. And I thought it worked pretty well, so we kept that same lineup for the next 4 sets here. And just, we relaxed. We started playing Cowgirl volleyball. Everybody seemed to settle into their position and trusted each other to do their job. And we got a lot of kills. A lot of kills. And aces in that set, I feel like. There's 3 or 4 aces in that set. So, you know, we did to Barnesville what they did to us in the first set, which was nice to see.
Exactly. And then third set, 25-18. Barnesville came back. You're sitting in. We talked about it on the air, Brian and I did. Same situation you were with Henning.
Yeah, I
You're
know.
down 2-1 going into the 4th set. You had to win the next 2.
Right.
And you came back and defeated Barnesville in the 4th set, 25-18, by the same score that they just beat you in set 3.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there.
Okay.
I don't. Right,
But
that 4th set. Okay, I will tell you what happened.
All right, go
Anna
ahead.
Erickson turned it on in the 4th set.
Oh, my, yes.
At the net, her net play was awesome. Anything that she had to get up and joust, any overpass, she was very aggressive. She was very strong.
Yes.
And confident up there. She didn't let them get around her, especially on those overpasses. So she turned it around in the 4th set for us. She did a very nice job, and I was excited to see.
I liked the play of Addie Twidwell again. There were a couple long volleys, and then she just was able to get her hand. Not that she scored a lot of points,
right.
But she did good things at the right time, able to extend some volleys and able to end some volleys when you needed it, when you needed a point. And you know, I said to Joe, I'm a basketball coach, and I like role players, and I think that Addie Twidwell played her role very well tonight.
Well, she slows the ball down for us.
Yeah.
Not that she individually scores a lot of points, but she makes a lot of things happen for us in order to score points.
And that's what Coach Dub said.
Yeah.
And in the 5th set, my goodness, you're
gosh.
tied at 7s, you're tied at 8s, you're tied at 11s, tied at, I mean, my goodness. And then the Cowgirls jumped out to a 15-11 victory.
I got nervous when it was 9-11. When we were down by 2 there. That made me a little nervous. And it was almost in my head, if we don't side out right here, we are not going to win this set. And I don't discredit the girls, but they had to figure out a way. We were stuck in a rotation for 3 points in a row. And then I took that timeout, and we won that long volley to get 10, you know? And so that was a turning point, you know, and that gave us that confidence that, all right, this is our match kind of thing. Tori Enum came in and had some big kills there.
Yep.
Anna had some nice net play.
Yep.
You know,
Cameron Kaler with 18 kills. My goodness.
And Abby Johnson, even in that 5th set, she's played strong and in control, and she got some nice kills in that last set too. So everybody did a great job. We can't do anything without Riley Finker in the back row, though. Man, she played well. After that first set, her serve receive was spot on. She hustled defensively. She played awesome. I can't wait to see what her stats look like. You know, and she's another role player. She's not going to score points individually, but she helps us to score points. So, yeah, everybody did a very nice job. Our setters did a good job. I talked to them beforehand. I said, you have to play defense tonight, you know? Where sometimes we can get away with sneaking them up front right away just to get ready to run the offense, but you have to play defense. And they did tonight. And it was an overall very good match for us. Always nice to beat Barnesville. Man, it was loud in here.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to look at B-Dub, and we commented. I mean, it started out with the pep band. And from there, it just went. And it was unbelievable through the headset. Margaret, you'll have to go home and watch, and I think you're going to be amazed.
I believe
it is something else.
Oh, and then when Barnesville fans came behind the bench over here, I was just like, all right, everybody needs to calm down. You can't get worked up because that noise is behind us. You got to relax. And they did. They did just fine. And man, I knew it was going to be a competitive match tonight, and it really was. Even by the scores and how lopsided they are, it was still very competitive. And I think it was mentally competitive. So that was a lot of fun. Glad it's over with, though. I was nervous through the whole thing.
Isn't this the way it's supposed to be, though?
I know. Like, these girls are never going to forget this.
No,
right?
Gosh, no. They're still out here on the court having a good time.
Look at these girls laying on the ground.
Taking pictures. They're just having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Riley Finker laying on the floor down there just looking up and enjoying the moment.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's
How cool.
It's a good scene there as Brian puts the camera on him. And again, the folks are just out here enjoying the scene and enjoying the time. And Margaret, I can't be happier for you. Again, another great win tonight, 5-set match. Brian, you got anything else for Coach? We can let her go. And
no, just a fun match. And like you said, I don't think these players are going to forget it. To me, after the year that we had last year with the way things were, this is high school sports right here. That was high school sports.
Everything. Yeah.
It was great.
That's so true.
All right, Margaret, we're going to let you go. What a blast.
Hey, appreciate you guys being here.
Our
I got
pleasure.
a lot of, my phone was buzzing after the game. I know a lot of people are tuning in. So
it was awesome.
Appreciate you guys being here.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Margaret Wilson, head coach of the Breckenridge Cowgirls volleyball team, victorious Breckenridge Cowgirls volleyball team. And we want to thank Red River Grain for being our post-game sponsor as well, serving Red River Valley farmers for many, many years. Red River Grain, another post-game sponsor, along with NDSCS. Well, B-Dub, again, we had a great game here. A lot of fun, and folks still down enjoying the atmosphere. B-Dub, get on the camera there, and I had a blast. That last set, I had to stand up the whole time, man.
Yeah, it was good, Joe. It was everything that we thought it would be. We thought that Henning match was good.
Yeah.
This was just, I don't know, this is just as good. We can call it better. But when Margaret said, or when Coach Wilson said that you know, they're going to play Barnesville, it's going to be an exciting match, you know, all this stuff, you're like, yeah, you want it to be that way. But, man, she was right on the money.
Yep,
right on the money. And I think win or lose, I think both teams are going to walk away from this saying, hey, that was a great volleyball match. Both teams laid it out on the line. Both teams deserved to win. And it just Breckenridge just happened to come out on the good side of it here at home. You know, you play that thing in Barnesville, and maybe Barnesville comes out on top. I don't know. There was a good crowd here from Barnesville, good student section here from Barnesville. Like I said, for a rivalry game, to play it in your high school gym and to have it come out like that's just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. Just an absolute outstanding volleyball match.
What a finish, folks. Again, the Cowgirls defeat Barnesville 3-2 in sets. And just an awesome effort here by the Cowgirls. One of the parents told me when I went down to grab Margaret for the post-game show, one of the parents came by and told me that they heard that Barnesville was ranked in the top 10 in 2A. So if that's the case, Breckenridge certainly beat a good volleyball team.
Yeah, they beat a very good volleyball team, and I think they knew they were going to have to give it all that they had. And I think, you know, for Coach Wilson, I think she probably said to herself, if we're going to win this thing, it's going to have to go 5.
Yep.
You know, I think that's the way you have to look at it. And for Breckenridge, just a good, strong win for them. Certainly will help them as the season goes on. You know, like she said, they had that little stretch there where they were down 11-9, and then they're able to come back and win it. So you're going to have to reach back in that bag of goodies and call up on that at some time in the future in the season and just know what that feeling's like and not have it be unfamiliar for you. And Breckenridge has done that twice here against two good volleyball teams where they had to kind of stay through it, get behind, still able to come back and win it. And I think that's just going to help them as the season goes on.
Coach Wilson said it in the pregame show, Brian, that in her pregame interview that I accidentally deleted. She said that this is the one and only time that they're probably going to play Barnesville unless they meet in a tournament somewhere. I think she said there is one more tournament that they might meet, but she said this one's for all the marbles, and that's what they did.
Well, if you're going to have it be for all the marbles, you might as well win it.
And make it a good one.
And make it a good one. And I think everybody got what they wanted, both sides of the fence. I'm sure Barnesville would rather walk away with the win. But I think we were fairly entertained tonight.
Oh, my
gosh. And if you're a fan of volleyball, if you're a fan of sport, if you're a fan of high school sports, I'd go back and watch this thing again.
Yeah,
I really would.
And I think I will just hear the excitement from the fans and how it went from one level to another level and then back down and then both sides back and forth. It was just quite a high school atmosphere.
Yeah, just a great match, and it's what you want. And like I said to Coach Wilson, after the year that these girls have had last year, to be able to have this game, have fans here.
Yeah, you said that at the beginning.
That's really what it's supposed to be like, and everybody got exactly what they wanted out of this matchup.
Yep. That's awesome. Again, the girls still having fun down on the court, and we're going to wrap it up, I think. B-Dub, we got a game tomorrow. We got football tomorrow. We got the Huskies in Valley City, Highliners over at Frank Burton Field. Homecoming game for the Huskies tomorrow.
Should be a really good matchup between the Highliners and the Huskies. Huskies going to try and bounce back after dropping one to Grand Forks Central on the road. They get to come back home for homecoming and see if they can get back to the winning ways. They started out with a good 2-0 start, and going to have to try and regroup and put things together and try and play some clean football. They played those first 2 games without any turnovers. I think they had a couple turnovers up at Central. So see if they can get back to playing some good, clean football. I think it's going to be an exciting homecoming game. We've called a couple homecoming games, couple of multiple overtime homecoming games. So hopefully we won't have another 6 overtimer. But I think it's going to be an exciting match tomorrow night from Frankfurt Field.
I think it will be too. And then so then that's Friday. Then Tuesday we've got Husky volleyball.
Yeah, we get to get back on the other side of the river, and the Huskies are at home, and that should be a good match for them as well. They were on the road tonight at Fargo South, I believe. So
got any reports on that? Then we got our coaches show back on the air on Wednesday, and then on Thursday, Brian, we got another doubleheader with the Wahpeton volleyball and Breckenridge volleyball.
So just a busy week of sports coming up. You and I are both going to be busy. And it should be a fun week of sports, high school sports, and I got the coaches show next week. And like I said,
and Friday we go to Wyndmere.
Friday we're gonna bring some 9-man football to Three Border Sports.
Yep.
And we've got some things coming up that you want to stay tuned for.
Absolutely.
Those announcements will be coming up shortly in the future.
We're looking forward to those announcements. Trust me, and I think our fans will be too. All right, B-Double, let's wrap it up on the NDSCS Red River Grain postgame show, sponsored by both of them. We want to thank all of our sponsors. For Brian Watson, Joe Schreiner, again, the Cowgirls victorious over the Barnesville Trojans 3-2, and some amazing volleyball we saw tonight. For Brian, I'm Joe. Good night, everybody.